Game On. Presented by Spectrum Sports.
And a very pleasant good evening from a sold-out Stan Sheriff Center in Manoa, where those four seniors will be honored at the end of tonight's matchup. It is the final regular season home match for the Bows. It is senior night as the top-ranked team in the country, the University of Hawaii, plays host to the Gauchos of UC Santa Barbara, who check in number 3 in the USA. And this Game On is presented by Spectrum Sports for Rainbow Warrior Volleyball. Hi, everybody, from a very festive Stan Sheriff Center. I'm Scott Robbs, along with Lisa Strand-Ma'a and Ryan Clay. Suji, guys, I was told that folks started coming to the arena as early as 2 o'clock this afternoon. Amazing.
There's some serious tailgating going on out in the parking lot, bringing back some good memories here in the Stan Sheriff, and it is going to be a full house tonight.
Yeah, it's quite a sight to see, and really you got to think of it from the Gauchos standpoint. This sea of white that is here at the Stan Sheriff Center, this will be a very tough crowd to play in front of, not only potentially this weekend, but going into the Big West Championship.
Well, it's the final day of the regular season of Big West play. Well, no, it's not, because you got next week. But for Hawaii, the final regular season home match, there are a couple of matches going on the mainland. They're both PAL. There you see UC Irvine, after losing in 5 last night, come back and beat CSUN in 5, and Long Beach State, no problem over UC San Diego. So the conference standings as of right now, the Beach remain unbeaten at 8-0, Hawaii at 7-0. If you did not hear the post-game show last night, Hawaii and Long Beach have assured themselves of finishing either 1 or 2. So one of those two teams will be at the top of the standings come a couple of weeks and the Big West Conference Tournament. Let's take a look at the ABCA top 15 poll. There you see Hawaii for the second week in a row at number 1, followed by Long Beach State, and Hawaii's opponent tonight, UC Santa Barbara. And so Hawaii's just had one of those amazing seasons. Look at the individual standings for Hawaii players. Patrick Gassman, first in the country in blocks. Joe Worsley, first in the country in assists. Rado Parapunov all over the place. Stijn, second in the nation in kill percentage. Gage, 5th in digs. And Kokau, 7th in the country in kill percentage. It has just been one of those remarkable seasons for this Rainbow Warrior volleyball team. Tonight, of course, UC Santa Barbara. Next week, they wrap up the regular season in Long Beach at the Pyramid. That Friday match on the 12th on ESPN3. Saturday's match live right here on Spectrum Sports, and then back home for the Big West Conference Tournament. So it's been a lot of fun up until this point, but this is where it really matters for this UH volleyball team. And here's Charlie on the final push.
We've had great success. The guys are really confident. Got a really high-level Santa Barbara team coming this weekend for senior night, which is senior weekend, which is always just a special time for our players. And these are really important games. So I know our guys are going to take it real serious and to go on the road and play at Long Beach, who's the defending national champion. I mean, it's just a reversal of last year's schedule, the way it played out. So we know those are going to be really exciting matches. Quality team on the road, hostile environment. Guys live for that, for those moments. Oh, by the way, they're hosting the national championship as well. After the Long Beach series, we come back here to host the Big West. A really exciting time for our program, and I think for the people in the state to have an opportunity to host a major event like this, to have the top 3 teams in the country and 5 teams in the top 10 in the field. It's a great opportunity for volleyball fans and just sport fans in general to see a really high-level tournament, and we think we got a really good shot of winning it. So that makes it even more exciting, and hope people really come out and experience it with us.
Time now for Can No Can, sponsored by First Hawaiian Bank, who says, yes, can. Well, Hawaii is 24-0. They have won 72 straight sets. They have not dropped a set this season. So, Lisa, can or no can? Can Hawaii not only remain unbeaten the rest of the way, and I think there would be potentially 7 more matches counting this one in the rest of the season, but can they go unbeaten, winning 3-0 the rest of the way?
Well, me being the optimistic person that I am, I'm going to say can, because this team has shown that they have played at a very high level. You hear Coach Charlie Wade saying that often, but they seem to be getting better and better with the challenges that arise. So I'm going to put it behind them and say, I believe that they can, barring that they stay all healthy. I believe this team can do it.
I'm going to say that they can remain undefeated. I'm going to say no can in terms of remaining undefeated in terms of sets and not dropping a single set. I actually think it'll be good for this team at some point in time to drop a set and face a little adversity going into the sort of national championship run. This is a team that really has remained uncontested thus far. And I think a little diversity, having to come back from behind, is something this team has not yet had to experience. So I would say no can in the hopes of course, I believe this team can go all the way and win it. I think a little adversity might actually help them.
The thing that's kind of amazing to me is the fact that we didn't think Hawaii played all that well last night. The guys even said they didn't play their A game, yet they beat the number 3 team in the country in straight sets.
Well, they beat them very, very well, and they were surprised because they were completely outblocked and their hitting percentage dropped down to below 300%, which was a season low, but somehow they still came out on top. And that's, again, why I'm going to go with the can, because they just managed to get the job done from the service line, from the front line, defensively. They have so many different strengths.
Yeah, and I think it speaks to the quality of this opponent in Santa Barbara. I mean, this is going to be, I think, a very important matchup for Hawaii to remain focused and to really come out strong. Kai Kahele, former Warrior, actually came by, reminded us that in 1996, the Warrior volleyball squad was ranked number 1 in the country, undefeated, going into senior night, sold out Stan Sheriff Center. The Rainbows lost in 5 to Santa Barbara, led by Alika Williams, a local boy. So they're hoping that history does not repeat itself.
Yeah, let's hope not, Ryan. Thanks a lot for that fact. Hey, let's go over to the 2 guys that'll be calling the action. It's Kanoa and Chris, gentlemen.
Thanks a lot, Scott. Yeah, Kanoa Leahy with your evening sommelier, Chris McLaughlin. Chris, we were remarking last night, obviously, as Scott alluded to, the fact that Hawaii played its worst offensive game of the season in terms of hitting percentage overall. Stijn von Tilburg had his second worst individual hitting percentage of the season, and yet they swept the 3rd-ranked team in the country. So let's start from the Gauchos' standpoint. They obviously feel like, particularly in that second set, they outblocked Hawaii significantly. How can they play better tonight to give themselves an even better chance of not only ending the streak, but making this a match?
Well, I actually asked Coach Rick McLaughlin that very question. He's held his arms like this. He has said, we got to do a better job of passing. If we don't pass the ball, if we don't do a better job with the Rainbow serves, we're in deep trouble because Hawaii aced them 9 times last night. It's not like a Santa Barbara team to get aced 9 times. So he's hoping his team will just flat out pass better and they'll play better.
Yeah, sorry about that. There was a volleyball that was flying our way and was trying to protect you, you know?
I understand. I had wine I was trying to take
That's
to a
right,
table.
Exactly. I don't want you to drop any of those bottles here. All right,
there's a guy. By the way, there's a guy who is just like Alika Williams. Okay, he plays just like him. You know, a 6 rotation player. Ryan Wilcox is really good, just a freshman, but he's a lot like Alika, and so there's the analogy for the last comment about what Kai Kahele said.
That's right.
Let's not hope it comes true for the Hawaii side, but for Ryan Wilcox, he'd love to play like Alika and pull off an upset here.
Well, let's switch it over to the Hawaii side because they did pull off the sweep, but they certainly could have played better in some areas. They served really well, but where can Hawaii pick it up?
Well, definitely offensively. Defensively, he had 30 digs, which is tremendous. Didn't block very well, but more importantly, they've got to spread the ball around. Joe Worsley, I'm sure, watched a lot of video over the last 24 hours, and he's going to change up his offense a little bit to be more unpredictable so that it's not just the Rado Parapunov show, but the other guys get involved.
All right, so when you look at senior night and the emotions that usually come with an event like that, and then you throw in a sellout crowd, I mean, there is a buzz in this arena. It was over an hour before the match is scheduled to start, and this place was crowded already. So how do these players handle that? What do you think that atmosphere will do for these 2 teams?
Well, I think it's going to energize both teams. The adrenaline will be flowing. Watch for some serves to be launched out. If anybody tries to do a jump float, it could end up in the first row of the bleachers. You know, the players are pumped, but they also know they need to basically ignore the crowd. Unless you're Hawaii and you're down, you want to listen to the crowd because they're going to give that adrenaline back and flowing through your veins. And for Santa Barbara, I think they've got to basically ignore the crowd and use the noise for energy if possible, even though the noise won't be much for them except for the Wilcox gang, which has like 50 people here.
That's right. It should be an electrifying atmosphere, certainly. The first sellout here at the Stan Sheriff Center since 1997 for University of Hawaii men's volleyball. All right, we'll work on getting C-Mac a white Aloha shirt sometime in the future. He does, by the way, recommend the Pinot. Let's send it back over to you guys.
I like dinner for two, please, Mr. McLaughlin. All right, when we come back, we're going to get to know senior setter Joe Worsley like you never have before. You're watching Game On.
It's number 1 Hawaii against number 3 Santa Barbara. You can see here, no, this is not Aloha Stadium. This is the parking lot at the Stan Sheriff Center as fans were here early, waiting out to see their bows, of course, for tonight's senior night festivities. At the conclusion of tonight's senior night, the seniors will be honored. One of those seniors is Joe Worsley. And coming out of high school, Joe Worsley said it was always his dream to set in college, a dream that almost didn't come true.
I have doubted myself just because every single person told me, no, you're going to be a libero. You know, that feeling when I see other guys in my class being recruited as a setter, I'm sitting there, I'm like, how are these guys being recruited over me?
He just said, if somebody's going to give me an opportunity to be a setter, I want to be a setter. Everyone basically said, I'm sorry, you know, we're not interested in you for that position.
I sat him down after all the visits and I said, Joe, you spent your whole entire career being a setter. You owe it to yourself to at least try, and Charlie and Hawaii are going to give you that opportunity. You need to at least pursue that.
I always tell people the decision I made, I do not regret at all. There's always going to be somebody out there who doubts you. No matter what happens, you can be the best player in the world. People are still going to be saying stuff about you. To be honest, it still continues to this day. Hear stuff from what other people say. But 2 years ago, I was left off a 24-man roster for the junior national team. Whether it was libero or as a setter, they completely left me off the roster. And this past year, I didn't really get any invites to anything else as a setter, and that really bothered me, I would say. Everything throughout my career has kind of added to that motivation.
He doesn't just show up when the lights get turned on. He lives it every single day. I am so proud of Joe because Joe has owned it. Like he just knew what it was going to take to get here.
There's so much about sport that has to do with opportunity, I think, and you never know who's watching.
At the end of the day, it's not about proving people wrong. It's about proving to yourself that you can do it. And making sure that when someone gives you an opportunity to live your dream, you take it and run with it.
And Joe Worsley really proving to be one of the top setters in the country. Hard to believe that no other coach wanted him for that position except for Charlie Wade. We want to thank Christine and Roger Worsley for allowing us the opportunity to tell their son's story and be in the package that we just highlighted. You see their mom, Christine. They are very proud of not only Joe, but having Gage here as well. They say this experience has been one that they will never forget.
Hashtag what?
Time now for hashtag what? Brought to you by Bank of Hawaii. Guess what our hashtag's about? Oh yeah, Joe Worsley. Ryan?
Well, my hashtag is Joe would go. Kind of like Eddie, Joe is one of those players that will just charge. He will go after every ball. He is proven to be a role model. He's proven to be all the hype that he's lived up to. And you look at the senior class as far as setters, there's a lot of great setters throughout the country, but Joe is right up there with all of them, and he is proven to be a fine setter.
And my hashtag is hashtag not your average Joe. Joe Worsley has surpassed anybody's expectations of him, I think, including himself, because his dedication and his work ethic have gotten him to exactly where he wants to be. His parents are volleyball players. They run their own volleyball club. His mom's an athletic director. He sees the big picture, and he's willing to work hard, and he's a natural-born leader. He's been a wonderful attribute to this team.
Joe is simply the best, no question about it. We'll take a break. When we come back, We'll talk about the Hanaho, Hawaii, and UCSB, but get the greatest plays, the hardest hits, and schedule info by following Spec Sports High on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It's a sold-out Stan Sheriff Center here tonight as number 1 Hawaii takes on number 3 UCSB. They're not only coming to take in the best team in the country, they're coming here also to honor the 4 seniors who have had quite a career here in Manoa. And let's take a look at how some of those seniors have done throughout their careers here at the University of Hawaii. You have Brett Rosenmeyer and you have Dalton.
All 4 of them are amazing leaders, and I think the fact that we are currently ranked number 1 and undefeated is because of them. They'll put a smile on your face. Those 4 are amazing, and they'll be missed for sure. They'll be missed. I think they are one of the biggest differences that we make this year.
All our seniors are just amazing because they really push everyone to such a high standard that they are at, that it's inspiring and motivating at the same time to be able to compete against that in the practice gym, but also be able to learn from people like that.
All these guys, they come from great families, and I think they really, that the whole kind of sense of family, ohana in Hawaii, it really allows them to be successful. And you know, these guys like embrace that, like I said, and they've been comfortable the time they're here, and that's why they've had so much success.
Well, let's look at the graphics of these seniors. Brett Rosenmeyer, 394 career kills, a 263 hitter from the outside. He will get the start tonight for the Rainbow Warriors. Dalton Sobrick, the last couple of years, has just been impeccable in the middle. Look at that, a 489 hitting percentage. The 2-time, 3-time, probably 4-time All-American Stijn Von Tilburg has had a Hall of Fame career, and of course, nobody does it better than Joe Worsley, almost 2,500 assists on the year. Tonight, this crowd is here for them.
Definitely. Those 4 seniors and the crew have done exactly what they've been out to do. They've tried to fill this Stan Sheriff, and they've done a great job.
Well, the 3 of us will be back at intermission, but coming up next, the anthem Hawaii Ponui and the first serve Hawaii and UCSB.
Happy Aloha Saturday! Ladies and gentlemen, volleyball fans, let's continue to make history. Check this out. With a win streak of 24 matches and 72 cents, Warrior fans, show your appreciation for your number 1 ranked University of Hawaii Rainbow Warriors! Fans, stand up, get ready, and make some noise. It's a celebration. It's senior night for Joe, Dalton, Stijn, and Brett. It's the final regular season of the home game for the amazing, check that, historic season of Warrior Ball 19. Fans, please remove your hats and stand in honor of America. Singing tonight is Miss Hawaii 2018, who proudly represented Hawaii at the Miss America competition. Last September, she won Women in Business Award and Non-Finalist Talent Award for her awesome vocal appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, a Punahou graduate, American University in Washington, D.C., and works in advertising in Honolulu. Please put your hands together and welcome Miss Hawaii, Penelope Ingpak.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Hawaii pono'i nanai komo'i kalani ali'i ke ali'i makualani e kamehameha e na kauai kale me kaihe makualani e kamehameha e na kauai kale me kaihe.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Hawaii 2018, Penelope Impact.
Aloha ahi ahi. Good evening, everyone. The Rainbow Ohana welcomes you to Stijn Sheriff Center on the campus of the University of Hawaii in majestic Manoa for tonight's Big West men's volleyball match featuring the third-ranked UC Santa Barbara Gauchos versus your number one ranked Hawaii Rainbow Warriors.
Well, just about ready for action here at the Stijn Sheriff Center. Two teams have shook hands at the net. Big match for Hawaii because not only are they trying to keep the streaks intact that Hawaii needs to keep up with Long Beach State, the 49ers winners earlier tonight on the mainland in 3, and so they are a game ahead of Hawaii in the conference standings. Of course, those two teams will hook up next weekend at the Pyramid. But what's in line tonight? Senior night, and it's Hawaii, UCSB, Part 2. And let's meet and greet the teams.
Introducing the UC Santa Barbara starting lineup. At outside hitter, 6'2" freshman from Honolulu, number 4, Ryan Wilcox. At middle blocker, 6'6" junior from San Diego, California, number 5, Keenan Sanders. At libero, 6'1" senior from Westchester, California, co-captain number 6, Hayden Bowley. At outside hitter, 6'4" senior from Downey, California, co-captain number 12, Corey Chavers. At center, 6'6" junior from Sacramento, California, number 19, Randy DeWeese. At middle blocker, 6'11" sophomore from Redondo Beach, California, number 20, Jack Truman. And at opposite, 6'3" junior from Linwood, California, number 23, Spencer Frederick. The assistant coaches are Cullen Irons and Vince Devaney. Head coach for the Gauchos, Rick McLaughlin. And now, meet and greet the starting lineup for your Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. And outside hitter, 6'6" senior from Virginia Beach, Virginia, number 3, Brett Rosenmeyer. And outside hitter, 6'8" senior from Amsterdam, Netherlands, number 4, Stijn van Tilburg. And libero, 6'1" sophomore from Moraga, California, number 6, Gage Morsley. And middle blocker, 6'6" senior from Lindenhurst, Illinois, number 11, Dalton Solbrig. At middle blocker, 6'10" junior from Clovis, California, number 15, Patrick Gassman. At opposite, 6'9" junior from Sofia, Bulgaria, number 19, Rado Paramonov. And at center, 6'1" senior from Moraga, California, floor captain, number 1, Joe Morsley. The Hawaii staff, student assistant Matt Larson, volunteer assistant Chad Giesman, assistant coach Joshua Walker, associate coach Milan Zarkovic, head coach for your Rainbow Warriors, Charlie Wade.
Was rad last night. Rado Parapunov slammed down a season-high 20 kills at a 5.52 clip to lead Hawaii to yet another sweep in the Big West. Make it now an unfathomable 72 consecutive set wins heading into senior night in front of a rare sellout crowd. Third-ranked UC Santa Barbara and the top-ranked Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, the hottest ticket in town. And with that, we welcome you inside the Stan Sheriff Center. It is packed to the rim as we bring you the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match. C-Mac.
Well, for Santa Barbara, they passed with 4 tonight. They got an ace 9 times last night. 4 passers versus 3 against certain servers. Might give each passer less territory to cover. For Hawaii, they got to run a more diverse offense tonight. Rado cannot do it by himself. Stijn had only 9 kills last night, had 115. Colin Cowell only 2 kills. Miller's only got 12 sets. I expected Joe Worsley will fix all of that.
Kanoa Leahy, Chris McLaughlin here courtside, and already a couple of scores for each side as UC Santa Barbara, coming off of the sweep defeat last night, enter this match 17-6 overall, 4-3 in the Big West Conference. Spencer Frederick with the jump serve. The pass by Brett Rosenmeyer. The middle set goes to Pat Gassman. And that is precisely how Hawaii offensively started last night.
Exactly. And you know, the thing about Gassman, they'll put 2 blockers on him, but at 6'10", he will just simply go over most blocks.
The Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineup scrolling at the bottom of your screen. You will notice Brett Rosenmeyer, one of the 4 seniors to be honored at the conclusion of this match, in the starting rotation for Hawaii, and he comes up with a one-handed save. Parapunov is dug up. Great dig there by the setter, Randy DeWeese. But a free ball coming here for Hawaii. Worsley goes outside to Rosie. He's blocked and roofed. And that is something that the Gauchos did very well last night. Put up the most total team blocks for any opponent all year against Hawaii.
They really had Hawaii's offense wired last night. I think Joe Worsley, will be a little more deceptive tonight and be a little more diverse in the way he distributes the sets.
The serve by the Punahou alum Ryan Wilcox. It's Gassman in the middle. Wilcox with the save guarding the back line. Corey Chavers from the outside is blocked back. Middle set, and that's a roof for Pat Gassman. He had his fingerprints literally and figuratively all over the match last night at the net.
Well, it took 2.5 sets for Hawaii to get their first block last night. But tonight, they get it early here in set number 1. That's a good sign for Hawaii.
Gassman with 4 kills, hit 500 last night, had 4 blocks and a pair of aces. And here he is behind the service line. High ball set to Chavers. 3 blockers up. Kept alive by the Gauchos. Chavers a second time, tries to go over the block, sends it long, no touch. Point for the Rainbow Warriors. C-Mac, it is loud in here.
It is amazing. I think you weren't born yet, but I did see the 96 match. They had 10,000 people here.
Last sellout for UH men's volleyball. Going all the way back to 1997. Overpass. And it's going to be a Hawaii point.
Not sure what DeWeese is arguing about. The ball is completely on Hawaii's side of the net. We'll see what it looks like here. Yeah, that ball is completely on Hawaii's side of the net when he attacks it. It was not a 50-50 shot.
Still, DeWeese and head coach Rick McLaughlin arguing their point to the top official, Scott Hogue. Hogue is the R1. Ernie Hogue down on the court. Bert Kasem and Gene Tamura, the 2 line judges. 5 serving 2. Back row set, it's Wilcox, dug up by Stijn. Here's Rado, sets his feet, goes off the block, kept alive by Gassman. Worsley goes backside to Rado again. Oh my goodness! He laid the smackdown.
Wow. He had not a big approach, just a step close. He got 2 blockers up, and he almost hits that inside the 3-meter line. That was crazy.
And he just blew up Randy DeWeese for a Hawaii point. Parapunov with a match high and season high 20 kills last night in the 3-set win for Hawaii. Hit .552 with 4 aces. He was just awesome. Middle set, pinballed around and returned. Here's Chavers on the outside, dug up over the net by Rosie. Back row, it's Wilcox off the block, and a net violation will go against Hawaii. Other than that, they were playing some stifling defense.
There was some great defense going on there. I think Solberg got hung up in the net just a little bit. Good swings on both sides. This last swing by Ryan Wilcox, he gets the kill. Well, he had a great night last night, didn't he? Went a long time before he made an arrow.
Keenan Sanders with the serve. Rough shot on the Hawaii side of the net, but they have possession again. Here's Rado. Fingertips of the block, got it. Chavers the wind-up, uncoils. Diving layout save by Gage Worsley. Stijn saves it tight to the net. We got a little razzle-dazzle at the net. Stijn from the back row is dug up by Wilcox. Frederick dug up by Gage to no avail.
Gage Worsley just fearless, giving up his body, going to the ground, keeping the ball alive. He and Boley, the two liberos for each side, really put on a clinic last night. I suppose they'll do the same thing tonight by playing great back row defense.
Gage 5th nationally in digs per set entering the week. Almost conjured up a save off the block there. But another point for the Gauchos. A 3-0 run here for UCSB. Jack Truman, once again, the 6'11 sophomore in the starting rotation for the Gauchos. Had no kills last night, but did have 6 blocks, giving them some size, even though he's only played, now this being his 20th set of the season.
Yeah, that size he brings to the front court really makes a big difference.
Gage with the pass, brother Joe with the set, back row to Stijn! And he hammers it home. Stijn van Tilburg, 6'8 senior from Amsterdam, Netherlands. Entered the week 2nd nationally in kill percentage, 10th nationally in kills per set.
That's what they call a repeat. A lot of people think that the setter will go away from the last setter who made a mistake. Not Joe Worsley. He'll go right back to that and repeat to that last setter, give him a chance to correct his mistake.
How about that pass? Sets up the Deweese dump shot. That was a remarkable pass. Anytime you get one of Rado's serves even close to the setter, that's an accomplishment.
Exactly. And Deweese at 6'6" has no problem at all dumping it. Ryan Wilcox with the one-hander right there. That was amazing.
That was truly amazing. 6 serving 7. That was a laser beam serve there by Randy Deweese, the 6'6 junior from Sacramento. Ties it up here in set number 1. Hawaii coming in 24-0, number 1 ranked in the country. 7-0 in the Big West Conference. Long Beach State with a win earlier tonight. They're 8-0 in the league. Of course, those two teams will lock horns at the Pyramid next week. Serve goes long, point for Hawaii. And of course, what has become a subplot, and certainly a point of conversation and emphasis for those of us on the periphery, 72 straight sets won this season for Hawaii. An NCAA record by a mile. The previous mark was 32, just completely obliterating that previous record as Rosenmeyer goes into the twine.
And what they've done this year is nothing short of amazing.
Corey Chavers now getting ready to serve. Team leader in aces forces the overpass. Opportunity knock in here for the Gauchos. They go middle. It's Truman off the block. Worsley outside to Stijn. He's blocked, kept alive by Rosenmeyer. Worsley goes back to SVT, and this time he delivers.
That time Joe Worsley did a nice job of giving a little head fake before he set it, thinking he would not go back to SVT. Looked like he was going to go back to Rado. Instead, he went back to SVT, caught the middle blocker, Truman. A little off guard. He was late getting out there.
So Dalton Solbrig, one of the 4 seniors who will be honored at the conclusion of this match with the serve. Middle set, Truman. And he handcuffed Rado. Parapunov was there, but he had the look on his face like, what just happened?
Great set, great swing by Truman. Serve just a little bit too easy.
And here is Truman with his serve. All Big West Conference freshman team selection last year. Get in the game with on-demand highlights of University of Hawaii sporting events. Spectrum subscribers have exclusive access to Spectrum Sports Enhanced channels 13 and 1013. Here's Joe Worsley. Good pass there by Chavers. They go backside. Frederick dug up by Gage. Worsley backside. Dorado off the shoulder of Deweese. And easy pickings for Pat Gassman.
Once again, Rado just unloading on the outside. Give credit to Santa Barbara. They're playing some pretty good defense tonight, and they're blocking well. Hanging in there with the Rainbow Warriors. Only down 2 here in the first set.
Gassman, who grew up playing club volleyball with the Worsley brothers. In fact, they were all part of 2 club national championship teams. Part of the reason why the Rainbow Warrior coaching staff Charlie Wade, at the time Jeff Hall, thought, hey, look, this guy, we got to give him a chance to set. He's a champion setter. And certainly he has paid that decision off as Stijn once again finds the floor.
I had a feeling it might be Stein's night a little bit tonight. You were talking about that a little bit earlier, that Rado really can't be carrying this team all by himself. He's got to get some help. And Stijn last night struggled, only hitting a $150 or something, and a $185 and 9 kills. Watch for him to light it up tonight.
Yeah, second lowest individual hitting percentage of the season for Stijn. Here's Wilcox. Oh, he went off a trampoline. And a net violation called against Hawaii, so a point for the Gauchos. Ryan Wilcox has been impressive. A Big West Conference Freshman of the Week selection 4 times. Last night had 9 kills, hit .316.
Last night he had his high school coach, Rick Toon, in the crowd. Tonight he's got his club coach, Jordan Inafuku, Kamehameha grad, a national champion at the collegiate level. He's in the crowd tonight. 4 years he coached Ryan.
Gassman, the connection not there. He hit it into the net. A rare error for Gassman. The crowd trying to ramp it up a little bit. Hawaii led by as many as 4 here in the early going of set 1. Frederick with the serve. It's an ace. That fell off of a table. And we're knotted at 12.
Yeah, some miscommunication there between Gage, Worsley, and Stijn Van Tilburg. I think this is Gage's ball. It's right there on the seam, and Gage is supposed to take all seams, but that was pretty close to Stijn. I don't know, maybe I think that probably should have been Stein's ball. Anyway, in either case, nice ace by Frederick.
This time it is Stein's ball. Puts the pass on the money, gets the set, and then goes through the double block. And a point for the Bows. That was an area of emphasis for Rick McLaughlin, UCSB head coach. He said, we got to serve better tonight.
And they said they can't get ace 9 times like they did last night either. So they're really working hard at making sure that they handle Hawaii's serves better.
Stijn had 2 of those aces, and he deals another out of the deck.
Did I just jinx them? I'm not sure though.
And that was part of the reason why Hawaii, with its lowest team hitting percentage of the season, going up against a team that put up the most team blocks of any opponent this year, is still able to beat the number 3 ranked team in the country in straight sets.
Exactly. Hawaii hitting 280 last night. Santa Barbara hitting 200.
Wilcox tried to lefty it, but into the pin it went, and Hawaii gets to 15 first. So the Rainbow Warriors in front of a sellout crowd in front.
Rainbow Warrior Volleyball on Spectrum Sports is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii and Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Welcome back. Make the dream of education a reality for our student athletes. Visit hawaiiathletics.com and click on the donate button in the Ahahui Koa Nui Nui banner.
Look, as usual the case on night number 2, the defense just gets better because they saw a lot on the night number 1, and they make adjustments. Santa Barbara hitting 105, Hawaii hitting 211, way below their season averages.
Yeah, Hawaii entering the week tops nationally in kill percentage and opponent kill percentage among the several categories in which they are at the top of the stack. Here's Wilcox flying in, but he tools the block. Ryan Wilcox has some bounce. A 4-time state champ at Punahou, 2-time state player of the year. That was a little extra motivation for the hometown kids coming back and playing in this arena. Here's Rado from off the net. Goes right by the triple block.
That set was like on the 9-foot line. The block was well formed. 3 people up. Rado sees 3 blockers up, so he says, you know what? I'm going to go line. You're taking my cross court, so watch this. Rado's becoming such the complete player, I'll tell you.
Second kill for Patapunov. Here's Jakob Tella, reserve setter, the southpaw serve. Outside, Chavers the big windup, dug up by Tella. Worsley goes back row to Stijn. Boy, is Joe Worsley the straw that stirs the drink, or what?
Yeah, that's a great way to describe it, because he really makes things go. The setting choices he makes make all the difference in the world. That time, obviously, he made a great choice in setting Stijn. I think that Hawaii did not set enough of those balls to the big hitter in the back row last night.
Overpass. Pounded by Parapunov. Timeout, Gauchos. And Hawaii with its largest lead of set number 1. Welcome back. Let's check out the First Hawaiian Bank top 3. UH career hitting percentage, and look at that. One of the seniors tonight, Dalton Solbrig, has a chance to end his Hawaii career as the top hitter all time in program history. Hawaii by a handful out of the timeout. Tella sends it long, so a good timeout utilized there in retrospect by Rick McLaughlin.
Back to the Hawaii lineup, back to the ask for Dalton Tella. Services of Keelan Sanders.
So here's Keenan Sanders. Junior out of San Diego with the ace. Hawaii let it by. And all of a sudden the Gauchos back within 3.
Great little jump float there by Sanders. He jumps up pretty high. You know, he's 6'6". It's a real flat ball. It's got no spin on it. It's a true knuckler, and it just dove at the end.
Pass that time by Rosenmeyer. They go back row to Stijn. And he goes once again through that block. And with that kill, Stijn von Tilburg has tied Siki Zarkovic for 8th on the all-time career kills list at UH. And there is Siki in the house. Of course, his pops, Milan, on the coaching staff for Hawaii. Truman with the soft hit that time, dug up by Rado. Rosenmeyer tries to go deep corner. It is called in. I think this is going to be challenged by Rick McLaughlin. From our vantage point, it might be worthy of a challenge. Well, he was lunging towards the challenge card.
He was pretty close to that ball. I think he had as good a look at it as anybody. Maybe he thought it was good. He doesn't want to waste the challenge.
He elects not to. You're right. Could come in handy later on in the match. Parapunov with another serve.
Again, the ball passed off the net.
Chavers, was there a touch? No touch. And all of a sudden, Hawaii with some breathing room, and now Rick McLaughlin utilizing another timeout.
It all starts with the pass, Kanoa. You know, that when Rado serves, he serves it so hard. He's got that hook on it at the end. If that ball's passed up behind the 10-foot line, it makes it really easy for the blockers to line up on that left side attacker. And sometimes Hawaii gets 3 blockers up. That time they did get 3 blockers, and Chavers was trying really hard to just hit a high flat one over the block, and just a little bit too high.
Well, senior night is about family. Ryan Kalesuji is with several family members.
That's right. Amongst this 10,300 fans here at the Stan Sheriff Center, we have some very important people. Starting off with Debbie Solbrig. First of all, this is your guys' first trip to Hawaii. Is this your first time watching your son play here?
Yes.
And what has this experience been like to you in front of this many fans?
This is amazing. You know, we've gone to other games where you have maybe 300 people, but not this. This is pretty amazing.
And what has this experience been like for you as parents who watch your son Dalton play from being so far away in the middle of the country?
We never miss a game. Might be 1 o'clock in the morning, but we don't miss a game.
Well, great to have you here. We also have Pam Rosenmeyer. You know, your son has really meant a lot to this team. He's been such an integral part. This season, his role kind of changing a little. You got to be proud of the way he's really handled himself this year.
We are very proud of him. He's done a great job supporting in practice and everything else.
And talk about who made the trip here to Hawaii with you folks this time around.
His aunt, Sheila, his brother, Aston, Tim, and myself.
Well, awesome. Great to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll send it back to you, Kanoa.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. That really is one of the great features of senior night, right? Is for many of these players who made the commitment to leave their homes across an ocean's distance to play their collegiate sport here in Manoa for their family members, their parents, significant others, those who care about them the most. For them to be able to be here in the building on a night like this, it just adds so much.
Yeah, especially on a night like this. Sometimes senior nights have maybe 5,000, 4,000. But tonight to get 10, it's really a special experience.
DeWeese with the serve, 61-mile-an-hour effort. Here's Rosenmeyer, 3 blockers up. Wilcox, great save. But unable to keep it up was Hayden Boley, the libero for the Gauchos. And Rosenmeyer getting the kill. What a story Brett Rosenmeyer has been, 6'6" senior from Virginia Beach, Virginia. In and out of the starting rotation throughout his career. Last year averaged over 2 kills per set. And then lost his starting role to Colton Cowell this season. As Frederick rising high, great layout save by Rosie. High ball outside, the SVT with the dink.
Players could not hear the whistle, it was so loud in here. But that clearly was down. The SVT gets his 7th kill, which I believe puts him in 8th place all time in career kills.
That surpasses Siki Zarkovic, so yes, he does own 8th place. It was close, but it was an immediate call. It's just so loud in here, the players couldn't hear the whistle. Getting back to Rosie, though, not one whimper, not one complaint all season.
Great
His
teammate.
beach volleyball partner, Colton Cowell, all he has done is cheered him on, and, well, the script was flipped tonight. And Rosenmeyer stepping up in the moment. Rosie is in the house, says Pops.
Rosie struggled the last 5 serves, 3 turns last night and 1 turn tonight, all of them into the net. And that time, no such serve. Instead, it's an ace.
Aloha ball here in set 1. Here's Chavers. They go back to Chavers. 3 blockers up. They got a piece. Rosenmeyer the save. So Worsley, backside, D-set, Toronto!
Look at this unbelievable shot by Rada.
The Rainbow Warriors end set 1 on a 4-0 run. Welcome back to Jack Fact tonight. Leaders of the pack, Hawaii leads the NCAA in a slew of categories. Assists per set, blocks per set, kills per set, hitting percentage, and opponents' hitting percentage. Hawaii hitting .444 in set 1, .077 for UC Santa Barbara. All right, Ryan Kalei Suji is somewhere in the stands with the matriarch of the Worsley family.
That's right, I'm here with Christine Worsley, with not just 1, but 2 sons playing on the court right now. Let's talk about that first of all. What is it like to have both your sons playing here at the same time?
We are so happy that they are playing here at the University of Hawaii together. It is just so special for us as a family, and the boys have just embraced living here and being part of the culture and playing for the state of Hawaii.
You know, we take a look at some of Joe's highlights right now, but, you know, going into his college career, a lot of coaches never gave him a chance to be a setter for what he did. What does it mean for you as a parent to be able to see Joe setting at this level?
Well, he has worked so hard, and it was a motivation for him to come here and to succeed. And in these 4 years, he's grown to be the setter that we knew he could always be. And we are so proud of him for that.
Well, thank you. A special night for you. Thanks for taking time to join us. We'll send it back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. CMAC, you've seen some great setters over the course of your time analyzing Hawaii volleyball, certainly being close to the game in general. How good a setter is Joe Worsley?
Well, he's certainly among the best in the history of the program. Hawaii's had a lot of great setters, but I think what's most important about Joe Worsley is the fact that it took him time. I mean, it took him a long time. He was just a serving sub the first year. He came in and played some defense, and I don't think he set it all the first year. And then the second year, a little bit of setting and still serving specialist. And now finally, one of the top setters in the country, if not the best setter in the country.
I mean, he took the starting role from Jennings Franciscovich, who is one of the most talented, naturally gifted setters that we've had in this program. He took the starting role from him for a time and actually motivated Jennings to better himself for his senior campaign, which was incredible. But you're right. Here is Joe, who is undersized by every standard, and yet this season, is there a better setter in the country?
I'm not sure. I'll tell you, Josh Chuaninga is really good from Long Beach State, and there are other great setters out there. But certainly, Joe's got to be in the conversation as among the very, very best.
Wilcox gets the point for UC Santa Barbara. Joe Worsley also in the top 10 in career assists. Here's Rosenmeyer, tried to blast it through the block, saved by Boley. Middle set Sanders, saved by Joe. So Gage, his brother, sets up Rado, tried to go cross court, and in. Parapunov with 5 kills on 10 swings, blemish-free.
How about this number that just came in? Hawaii's got 12 digs on the night, and guess who's got half of them? Rosie's got half of them. And I believe at least 4 or 5 of those digs, Hawaii turned them into points.
Gassman, the high arching serve that time. Back row, it's Wilcox, dug up by Joe. So Stijn sets up his buddy Parapunov. OTT against the triple block.
What a set from Stijn. That was a long set to make, way across court. Probably 40 feet. There was a high and wide and right where Rado likes it.
Note that now 6 kills for Rado, hitting over 500 again. Back row, Wilcox smacked that one. No touch, though, and it goes just a shade long. And that's another point for the Bows. Wilcox, the team leader, 4 kills on now 9 attacks. He's hitting .222. And here is Patrick Gassman, the 6'10 junior from Clovis, California. Tried to rev that one up a little bit, but it goes long. Gassman, who once again prior to the match was wearing a polo shirt as his warm-up jersey.
Players, they said they call him Polo Pat.
Yeah, I guess he just loves polo shirts is the story behind that. And now it's become a bit of a superstition.
And they also said it was just Pat being Pat.
Who's going to argue with Pat Gassman, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's Rado. The block hadn't formed. Great save by the Gauchos, but a net violation against Santa Barbara. And it's another point for Hawaii. Rado starting to get in that Parapunov groove. He's hitting .583. Stein's hitting .600. So the pin hitters are working it right now for the Rainbow Warriors. Speaking of pin hitters, Spencer Frederick. Incredible leaping ability. Averaging just under 2 kills per set.
That was a quality swing. Nice set from Deweese. I'll tell you, Ryan Wilcox had to handle a very tough serve and put it up so that Deweese could get his hands on it, and Frederick did the rest.
UH coaches talking about just sort of how unorthodox Spencer Frederick is in his approach and his arm swing. They said he's just kind of tough to hone in on from a blocking standpoint. As Hawaii goes to the slide and Solberg delivers.
This is something I think Joe's going to have to do a lot more. I'd be surprised if this won't be the last time we'll see this tonight. I think Joe's going to diversify that offense, make those blockers go pin to pin, not be quite so predictable. Last night he only set the middles about 14% of the time. It should be more like 22 to 25.
Middle set, unable to put it down is Truman. Here's Rado. Great dig there on one knee by Deweese. Chavers with 2 blockers up, goes right by it, slices it thin to the opposite side, and gets the kill.
Well, that was a quality swing by Chavers. Nice set from Boley. He sees the block take his line away, so he just chisels it across court, puts some heat on it. Tough to dig that one.
And how about Chavers? He's their biggest hitter. That's his first kill of the night, C-Mac.
Yeah, that's unusual. He averages over 3 kills a set.
Solberg, a little short arm put down there. And the Bows back up a deuce.
I like the way that Joe's moving Solberg around. Hit at 31 right there. The set before that, he was hitting the slide. I think that's what he's going to have to do to keep the Santa Barbara blockers a little more off guard. Last night, the Santa Barbara blockers dominated. 11 blocks to 4.
63-mile-an-hour serve there by Solberg. Wilcox showing some power there from the arm as well.
Nice set from DeWeese. He put it right there on the antenna so Wilcox could pick on Hawaii's smallest blocker with Joe Worsley. Instead, actually hit it a Gassman there. And, I'm not sure that's always a good idea to challenge the country's leading blocker.
And that serve goes long. UC Santa Barbara. All 6 losses this season have come against teams that are currently in the top 5. 2 of those losses, Long Beach State. Hawaii, one of those losses as of last night.
Pepperdine.
You got Pepperdine twice, UCLA the other. Frederick. The solo stuff by SBT.
Blocking is something that Stijn has really worked hard on in his career. It was easy for him to be a big hitter at 6'8", long arms, great timing, big swing. Blocking and passing are 2 things that he's really, really worked hard on these last 3 years to become better.
9 serving 6. Here it is from Joe. Good velocity there. Frederick, this time a double block, and this time there was no roof, courtesy Von Tilburg, and Frederick kind of letting him know about it too through the net.
Nice pass from Ryan Wilcox again. Frederick struggled last night. Did not have a great night last night, so he's trying to make up for it a little bit, I think.
Well, that'll help. With the service ace.
Second ace of the night. Last night hitting 4 kills, hit $167.
You see what he did after the serve? A little bit of the rocking the baby to sleep. That's kind of the
latest.
That's the trendy sort of trash-talking gesticulation these days.
Exactly. Stijn
did that at BYU.
He did. He did.
I think Russell Westbrook was the guy that most popularized that in the NBA.
Yeah.
Oh, the kids today. 8 serving 9. That was blasted. Here's Stijn over the top. He had to go over the shoulder on the swing and was able to get it past the triple block.
I'll tell you what Costas and Yuval were famous for when they had a shot like that. They'd be doing the OTT thing. They'd be going like this with their fingers and pretending like it was an clear abusing of the block. Nice pass by Bowley.
Frederick comes swooping in. One hand save by Gage. Chased down by Von Tilburg. And they'll play on in the rally. Step out. Sanders in the middle of the floor.
Good transition play by Santa Barbara, by UCSB.
Hey, C-Mac, did you know when your family hogs all the TVs in the house, you can still tune in to Spectrum Sports at home? You can download the Spectrum TV app and sign in with your username and password to watch live.
We're going to do that. I think you're already doing that, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
You're so hip. You're so in.
At the forefront of technology. Man.
So tech savvy.
9 serving 10. Pass by Gage Worsley. Middle set to Gassman. How about that setup by Joe Worsley?
Again, different ways to set those middles. That time set Gassman behind his head as opposed to in front. And I think that's going to make Hawaii's middle attack better. It's going to open things up for the antenna hitters.
The way Joe is able to chase those set attempts down, the way he's able to still put it on point from almost anywhere on the court, and that's middle or pin.
Yeah.
It's almost like they are always in system regardless of where the ball is.
Exactly.
As Tella goes into the net. And the really, really special ones can do that. You mentioned Tuaninga at Long Beach.
Yeah, he's special. He's a really good player. He moves the ball around as well. He gets all his hitters involved, and he knows who the hot hitters are. Very athletic.
Those two teams will meet up at the Pyramid for a pair of matches next week with the Big West Conference regular season title and top seed in the approaching tournament on the line as Frederick gets another kill. He's starting to find the flow. And that's kill number 4 for him. And look up at the scoreboard. It's tied at 11. Matching his kill output from last night already, Spencer Frederick. Worsley had to go down to set up Rado, and he goes long. They will say there was a touch, though, and that's a point for Hawaii.
That ball was very close to the referee. He made the call without looking at any linesman at all. He didn't even know whether the ball was in or out. He could hear it, I think, or saw it.
Well, Rick McLaughlin got up off of his seat to argue, but his players actually told him, no, there was a touch. So credit to them, as he was probably thinking about challenging that call. Joust at the net. What a save there by Gage. Worsley to Rado.
That's ridiculous. Joe Worsley running one direction, back setting the other at full speed. Gage with a dig. And Joe with a perfect no spin. The ball says hit me, and Rado does.
That was simply spectacular.
Yeah.
And yes, Rocket Rado on the finishing end. Frederick. Solo block attempt by Rosemeyer, got a piece. He gets the set against the double block. Is blocked. Good up there by Solberg. Rosie again, the roll shot. He's blocked again and roofed.
Once again, Santa Barbara's block, very imposing. They seem to get 2 blockers up on all Hawaii attacks, and that's some good coaching, some good film watching going on.
Buckle up, Randy DeWeese can ramp up the miles per hour here on the serve. Oh, great pass though. Worsley goes high and away to Rosenmeyer. Off of Wilcox and out. That's Rosie's 3rd kill of the match.
And some happy parents in the house.
That's right, Tim and Pam drinking it in here on senior night.
We'll make sure we give a shout out to Rado's dad who's watching. Nikola, I believe he's watching in Bulgaria right now at like 6 in the morning.
We look forward to seeing him here on senior night next year. Here's Wilcox, wow.
That was one great hit by Ryan Wilcox. Just a freshman. He's flying out of the back row, hitting that back row quick or big set.
He's leading his team with 5 kills, hitting .300. Good couple of nights already for Wilcox in his homecoming. As that serve goes wide from Chavers, and Hawaii gets to 15 first. They lead by 2 here at the break. Welcome back. Let's go inside the numbers presented by Heineken. The number is 86. That's career wins for this year's senior class for Hawaii. A victory tonight, or their next victory in general, would tie the all-time UH record for a senior class. And you see it was 98 and 99. You had Yuval Kotz and Jason Ring and those guys sort of in the mix there. Mason Kuo was the lone senior in 99. And you see some of the laughs and camaraderie of this senior class of 4 here this year.
You know, they're a pretty special group, and we heard earlier the underclassmen talking about how great leaders these guys are.
Oh, how about the save there? But Gassman shuts the door.
It was like watching a little ping pong match there. A little rat-a-tat defense, rat-a-tat rally.
Here's James Anastasiadis to serve. 6 service aces on the year. Pass by Boley. Outside, it's Wilcox off the fingertips, saved by Rosie. Guarding that back line. Stijn from off the net is blocked and roofed.
Joe not happy that time. He didn't give Stijn the best location possible. He's kind of kicking himself right now. But credit Santa Barbara for putting up a good block though, and that's how they got the point. Still within 2.
Well, that Gaucho block has been formidable here these 2 evenings. As Casey McGarry, the other setter on the squad, has started a bunch of matches this year with the serve. The scramble play for a moment left the Gauchos with some hope, but it winds up a kill for Stijn von Silber.
Number 2, Casey McGarry. Joe Dorsey to serve.
So Stijn now with 9 kills. He's hitting 500. That matches Rado. He has 9 kills, hitting 600.
What huge numbers for outside hitters.
Worsley pumps it long. And
those numbers are usually reserved for middle attackers.
And usually that means that Hawaii is cruising, but you look up at the scoreboard, and it's only a 2-point advantage here as we approach the latter stage of this second frame.
This Gaucho team is for real. They play great defense. They're well coached. Put up a good block.
And Frederick with the serve. Diving pass by Gage. Stijn. Good up there by Chavers. Free ball coming here for the Bows. Worsley with some choices. Goes to Stijn. He's blocked and roofed. Keenan Sanders was waiting.
That was one terrific block. They sniffed that out. They saw that Stijn was sneaking in for a little bit tighter set to the center right there. It's not out to the pin, you notice. So the blocker stayed very disciplined, stayed together, put up a solid forehands.
Gauchos within 1. Pass by Rosenmeyer. Worsley's going to go backside. Stijn again past the double block. This time puts it down. He's the first on the floor to get to double figures in kills.
He's going to take a break now while Colton Cowell comes in and brings his heater.
Colton Cowell, a junior out of King Kekaulike High School. Up country Maui with the jump serve. Pass went over the net, but Rado and Gassman got tangled up themselves.
Cowell did his job. He forced an overpass. Then the 2 guys in the net did not communicate very well at all.
You never see that happen. And a missed golden opportunity for Hawaii. And here comes Wilcox. Just leaks it over the net. Rado with 3 blockers up, goes high hands. Kept alive by Frederick. Here's Wilcox from the back row, the dink! And we're tied at 18.
That missed overpass play cost the Warriors dearly. Santa Barbara's really capitalizing on it right now. Gaucho's playing some good volleyball. Looks like there's going to be a challenge.
Yeah, Charlie wants to challenge a play. I don't know if he's trying to challenge a net violation. It would not be an in-out call because that was a clearly... That was clearly a dink that was well inside.
It could have been a 3-meter line violation.
Surface. Oh, that could be it. Maybe looking at Wilcox on that pipe set. Ernie Ho putting on the headset. Okay, they're looking for a net violation here on this swing by Potapunov. And at the tail end of that, maybe? Chavers with that left arm? That's awfully hard to see. And that's going to be a point for UC Santa Barbara. Hawaii has won now 73 straight sets. But they are knotted with the Gauchos here at 18 apiece. Worsley, backside, Rado against a double block. How about the dig there by Boley? Wilcox from the back row slices it down.
I'll tell you what the Gauchos are doing well right now is they're going for it from behind the service line and swinging hard in long rallies.
Gauchos with the advantage. Welcome back. Time now for the Akamai Roofing Report. This is an updated number here, including tonight's 3 total team blocks for the Rainbow Warriors. 205.5 team blocks for Hawaii this season. They are the leading blocking team in the nation. But they trail here. How about the pass by Rosenmeyer? This is Rado Patapunov against a triple block, gets the point.
How about that serve by Wilcox? Can you believe that serve by Wilcox?
How about the pass by Rosenmeyer on the serve by Wilcox?
Boy, that's right. You saw 2 great plays back-to-back there.
Patapunov now into double figures in kills. And Gassman to serve. Tied at 19. Middle set, Sanders just bounces it off of the Terraflex. That was a perfect pass right there by Hayden Boley, the libero.
Served by Gassman, just a little bit too easy.
Boley coming from a volleyball family, prepped at Loyola High School, played for his father Michael there. Worsley backside, Rado blocked, and a net violation called against UC Santa Barbara. That was big because Hawaii would have been in scramble mode. Instead, they get the point, and we're tied at 20. Wilcox with the first touch. Frederick from behind the line is roofed. Dalton Solberg saying, ole. And a timeout taken by the Gauchos. Solberg with his 63rd block of the season. And the Rainbow Warriors leading by 1.
They really need a big block like that. They have not blocked well the last 2 nights. Finally there, they pick up their 4th block of the night. I think it took them till the end of the 3rd set before they got their 4th block the last night. So some improvement going on there on the Warriors side of the net.
Well, Ryan Kalesuji continues his crowd surfing. Let's check in with him again.
Yeah, we're mixing things up a little. We're talking to the mothers, but this time we're talking to the sisters. I have Tessa and Inez Vontel. We're going to start with you, Tessa. What was Stijn like growing up as a brother?
Well, he was a know-it-all, and he made everything into a competition. So, and he wants to win everything he does.
So nothing's really changed. He's kind of the same.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Inez, I want to talk to you. We did a story on your brother last night, and he said, over the years, you guys have actually become closer in these latest years. Talk about your relationship with your brother.
Well, we don't see each other a lot now, but when we are here, we spend a lot of time with each other. 2 years ago, we went to Hawaii, and we have holidays with our 3, and it was very nice to do it with each other.
What is it like being here amongst this crowd and watching your brother play?
Yeah, it's amazing because the last 2 times that I was here, Stijn was on has holidays, so it's the first time that I can see a match, so it's amazing.
Yeah, well, thank you guys so much and enjoy the rest of the match. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. Little drama here in set 2. Hawaii leading by a point. Outside, Chavers rising high is blocked. And roof.
Kanoa, do you get the feeling that Hawaii wants to reassert itself as the #1 blocking team in the country? What do you think?
Well, back-to-back returns to sender. 3-point run here put together by the Rainbow Warriors. And they now lead by a pair.
I tell you, Rado's put up some pretty good serves there, and Ryan Wilcox has popped them right up, giving the Gauchos some pretty good play chances to run an offense. But Hawaii's block's just been too big.
It's been a tightly contested second frame.
Because he isn't even Hawaii's biggest block. Solberg's their smallest middle blocker, and you got Rosie on the outside and Worsley on the outside.
Parapunov with the service error. Yeah, 3 points, the most that have separated these two teams here in set 2. Get the greatest plays, hardest hits, and schedule info by following Spec Sports High on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And the dangerous serving Deweese. Good pass there by Gage Worsley. Rado on the D set, through the double block and down. Just when they needed it most.
Yeah, those points in the 20s are the hardest ones to get, Canella. And Joe knows when it's in the 20s, he's got to go to guys like Rado to push him closer to 25.
Yeah, it's just like those last few yards before the goal line. Those last few points before 25. And Rosenmeyer to serve.
Too easy.
Middle set, Truman dug up by Rado. Worsley, cross court to Stijn. Kept alive by Wilcox. Deweese highballs it to Frederick through the block. Right there is Gage Worsley. Here's SBT.
Gage Worsley once again coming up with a big dig. And Stijn finishing as only Stijn can do. Just powers it through the block, challenges the block.
You saw the sign from his volleyball colleague, Emily Maglio. Stijn von Kilberg, indeed. Aloha ball here in set 2. Back row, Wilcox misses wide. No touch. Point Hawaii. And the streak is still alive. Make it now 74 as the Rainbow Warriors on senior night in front of a sellout will have a chance to crack open the broom closet.
And welcome back to a sold-out Stan Sheriff Center where number 1 Hawaii leads number 3 UCSB 2-0. Hi, everybody. Scott, Lisa, and Ryan. Hawaii playing much better tonight. Their hitting percentage over 400. And I think the number one reason is, or one of the reasons, is the play of Stijn von Tilburg.
Well, definitely. And also their passing. They've been passing spectacular tonight, giving Joe Worsley a great opportunity to distribute his ball, but definitely offensively hitting above 400 tonight.
Well, you know, look at Hawaii's go-to pin hitters of Stijn von Tilburg as well as Rado Parapunov, both of them really helping to carry this team as we look at some of the highlights of Stijn von Tilburg. 11 kills, hitting .421. Really was a crucial player in that first set. Joe Worsley almost knows exactly when to go to von Tilburg at the right moments.
Yeah, because last night Stijn really struggled offensively.
Yeah, he did, but that's okay. Tonight's a new night. And then there's Rado. I mean, he is just almost completely unstoppable. 12 kills, 0 errors. He is what I call in the UC state. He is unconscious. He just continues to just amaze, I think, himself and the crowd as well.
Yeah, you can hear the crowd just erupt after those Rado Parapunov kills because it can be measured on a Richter scale, the type of hits that he's hitting.
Well, the win streak continues. What are that, 74 straight sets? We'll take a break, come back, and have more. It's intermission. Hawaii's leading. Well, Hawaii really was going nip and tuck with the Gauchos in set number 2, and then the blocking really showed up for Hawaii. They have 5 blocks through 2 sets.
Well, that was one of the things that we thought Hawaii would have to do a better job tonight, and they certainly did it, coming at very important points, as you mentioned. That block right there by Dalton helped to lead Hawaii and push them ahead in set number 2.
And, you know, critical blocks, critical times. On that last play, Dalton Solberg blocking that. He was actually holding his breath and he exhilarated himself with so much excitement because he knew the value and the timing of that block was critical in that very close game too.
We mentioned Hawaii's playing much better, but I think UCSB in a lot of ways is playing better than the night ago as well.
Yeah, certainly. They are serving tough. They are passing better. They're just making a few errors here and there. I mean, this game is still, this match, I should say, it's very, very much a competitive matchup.
It's scary. It's like they're right in it, but they just cannot slow down Rado and Stijn. It's just too much for them, too much offense.
Well, it is senior night. There's going to be a big party after this one is all PAL. Can Hawaii keep the streaks going? You have to stay tuned to find out.
Welcome back. Hawaii up 2-0 as we take a look at the McDonald's match statistics. Chris, what are you looking at?
Well, in case you just joined us, the first set was like all defense, and now finally Hawaii has found their offense, hitting 429. UC Santa Barbara still hitting 148. They normally hit 299 on the year, so they're well below their offensive average. And digs, look at those digs. Hawaii once again dominating the back row, 21 digs to UC Santa Barbara's 13. Santa Barbara's serving really well tonight. 4 aces to Hawaii's 2. I'm impressed with the way they've gone back behind the line, and they really are relaxed, swinging hard, they're hitting their spots. That's been the most impressive change from night 1 to night 2, I think, for UC Santa Barbara.
Back here courtside, Kanoa Leahy, Chris McLaughlin, who is just back from checking if your selection was in the restaurant wine cellar. CMAC.
I got your Pinot Grigio. I've already got that. It's on the way.
You thought that both these teams had room to play much better from last night. Have you seen that? Certainly offensively for Hawaii, the numbers would bear that out. What have you seen from the UC Santa Barbara side?
Well, I think their serving, has been better for sure. Each guy, it seems like they're stepping up and just relaxed, and they're just wailing away. And I think that's what they have to do to get Hawaii out of system. If Hawaii continues to hit 429 all night, nobody's going to beat them. And this crowd is just unbelievable. Now they're bringing out all the flashlights are showing up. This is an event, by the way, which could be repeated, by the way, at the Big West tournament.
That's right. In a couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Hawaii will be hosting the Big West Conference tournament. And mind you, the top 3 teams in the national rankings this week are Big West Conference teams.
It'll be like going to the Final Four.
It might be better than the Final Four with the team selection as Stijn Von Tilburg plugs it through the block to start things off here in set number 3. Stijn now with 12 kills, hitting .450. One of 4 seniors to be honored here at the conclusion of this match. Frederick off the shoulder of Gage Worsley and into the net, so a point for the Gauchos.
Spencer Frederick has really had his moments tonight where he looks so sharp. He's got 5 kills, only 2 errors. And when he gets a kill, you know it. Comes with a lot of heat.
One of the major storylines for the Gauchos, their top hitter, Corey Chavers, just 1 kill. He's hitting -200 in this match. One hand set by Worsley, and then Gassman missed the dunk, so to speak.
In that case, I think Joe would have been better off if he can just back set that with 1 hand. He's got Stijn on his backside. It would have been, I think, an easy swing for Stijn.
So 2 serving 1 here. And that one blasted long. If you're the Gauchos, the focus now is just, let's try to take a set off of this team. Let's try to do something that no opponent this year yet has done. And they'd have to do it right here, obviously, in set number 3.
Exactly. I think they're going to bring solid intensity and look for, hopefully, a Warrior letdown is what they need.
And that's a good sign right there. Chavers from the back row able to go through the block and down his 2nd kill of the match. This is a guy who averages 3.5 kills per set.
Been their leader in kills all year long, so this is a rarity for him to be hitting negative up until then.
If he gets going, that could be an issue. Here's Worsley, middle set. Gassman! That was some gas, man.
6'10", and he's versatile, and he's agile, and he hits hard, and he hits high.
Three serving three.
And he's been receiving Worsley sets for about 7 years now.
Pass by Wilcox. The dink is blocked. DeWeese goes middle. Sanders kind of just shoves it through that Hawaii blocking down.
But Sanders so savvy. You know, he was a Fab 50 in high school, all Big West last year, kill leader last year, and moved to the middle this year because the coach said that's what's best for the team, and he did so. I'll tell you, when he's got a hit, he's a very high percentage player. Hitting .489 on the year.
He averaged 3.5 kills per set as a freshman. Was a freshman All-American as Rado goes off the block and down. Parapunov, it has to be said, has yet to commit a hitting error in this match, Chris. He has 13 kills now. He is also
it's been amazing how he's been able to serve. Yeah, it's been, you know, the way he's been able to bring it night in and night out the last 4 or 5 weeks has been pretty spectacular.
Yeah, he's been on a tear. Dug up over the net. And then the swing by Brandon Hopper, playing in his first set of the evening, the 6'6" sophomore from San Clemente, California. Yeah, Parapunov on a tear. A two-time AVCA Player of the Week, the first Rainbow Warrior to accomplish that since Kostas Theoharides back in 2001.
And the two middles, by the way, Hopper and Solberg, both aquatics majors, aquatic biology majors, facing each other. How often do you see that, the two middles, the exact same major?
An ace by DeWeese.
This service caused Hawaii all kinds of problems both nights.
He can put some smoke on it, there's no doubt. Pass by Stijn, tight to the net, a joust at the net, and it's won by the Gauchos, and they are up by 3 here in the third.
Another great serve by Randy DeWeese, whose mom was an all Pac-10 player. Mom Terry played at Arizona. So he's got it in his genes.
Good look at Charlie Wade. Said one of his objectives when he took over this program a decade ago was to turn it once again into a national contender on a perennial basis. He has done that. The other was to sell out the Stan Sheriff Center, and tonight, officially, he has accomplished that. Serve goes long, and a much-needed point for the Rainbow Warriors.
If you're going to fall behind by 3, best to do it early rather than late.
And Brett Rosenmeyer to serve. Hawaii had 9 aces last night, just 2 so far tonight. Rosenmeyer with one of them. Back row set, Wilcox. Too hot to handle for the Rainbow defense. Wilcox has been a bright spot. 9 kills now for him.
He's not only inspired by the 10,000 people that are here, but especially by the 30 to 50 family and friends that he's got cheering him on, signs and all.
But the service error, 9th of the match for UC Santa Barbara. Chavers, an all Big West Conference first team selection last year, just hasn't found the traction just yet. Here's Solberg. Sends it long.
I think Solberg was not happy with his last 2 turns where he served it too easy and Santa Barbara got easy side outs.
That's the balancing act, right?
So he ramped it up and ramped it out.
Here's Hopper. Good pass there by Gage. Here's Rado. Blocked and roofed. His first hitting error of the match. And it is Keenan Sanders turning it back.
Well, Sanders did a great job of penetrating over the net. A little late getting out there, but he put his perfect hand position.
The Gauchos by 4. A service error, bailing Hawaii out. It is not something that Charlie Wade says this team has talked about at all. He is adamant about it. Say, we have not mentioned it, not for a second. Talking about the NCAA record consecutive sets won streak, which is now at 74. But it certainly is being talked about by everyone else as Frederick gets another kill. And certainly it is on the minds of many who have come out dressed in white here tonight to pack the Stan Sheriff Center. As the Gauchos lead by 4. Hawaii flatlining it here in this third set. UCSB hitting 750 meanwhile. A whiff by Gassman. And the Gauchos up a handful. Largest lead of this third frame.
Good challenge for the Warriors. The Gauchos obviously up to the task, not giving up after 5 straight losses to the Warriors.
Frederick sends it long. Here's Colton Cowell getting ready to come into the match. And he's going to replace Brett Rosenmeyer. As that one was oh so close, but just so out. So Rosenmeyer here's a strong, well-deserved ovation from the crowd, and Colton Cowell out there on the floor. Stijn with the serve. Outside, here's Wilcox off the block and down. So into double figures goes Wilcox. He's got 10 kills.
There's his family and friends filled with signs. Ryan Wilcox shaking his head. Hey, you raise your flag like it was out, but where's the touch?
Pass by Gage. Outside, it's Cowell. Averaging 2.4 kills per set. Entering the week 6th nationally in kill percentage. This is a guy who measures in at 6'1" and has been one of the most prolific outside hitters in the country.
42-inch jump, touches like 11-4. An amazing physical specimen.
Tella with the serve. Middle set, Sanders, rocket down to the floor. And right now, Bows and Gauchos just trading blows.
Keenan Sanders, he's 489 in the year tonight, hitting 455. He's right on schedule. He's got this good little jump float here.
Joe has to go to the outside pin. It's Cowell. Dug up over the net. Worsley backside. Rado.
Shavers almost got there for the stop block, but Rado did a nice job of tooling, almost aiming for the out area, knowing that Shavers was chasing him.
Well, this is a guy who can help string together some points for Hawaii from behind the service line. Not that time, though. And UCSB gets to 15 first. They lead by a handful, and the streak being threatened. Welcome back. Charlie Wade, Milan Zarkovic, and what was a pretty high-intensity huddle during the timeout for the Rainbow Warriors. They lead in the match 2-0, but they trail here in the third by 5. A 74 consecutive set victory streak on the line here, and maybe in danger. Worsley able to just save that over the net. Back row Wilcox with no blockers up. And right now the Gauchos are just wrecking shop. They lead by a half dozen.
Well, it all starts with their serving. Their serving's really been good. Charlie Wade's going to call timeout.
Timeout Bows. Well, the local boy coming back and putting in some work. Ryan Wilcox, a team best 10 kills, hitting .412 in the match for the Gauchos.
Yeah, he's made some smart shots there. He saw the defense back, didn't get the set he wanted. You know, Rick McLaughlin was telling me before the game he always seems to make the right choices. Very mature for just a freshman.
Here's Rado, 2 blockers up, goes cross-court and in. Hawaii, prior to that, hitting just 100 here in this third set. They have 4 hitting errors. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Gauchos, how about their number? 8-18, 9 kills with no errors.
Surprised that Hawaii's not even further behind, given those numbers.
They got a bit of a hill to climb here, and that's not going to help. Powell goes long on the serve. You can sense the crowd getting a little restless here. Diving pass by Colton. Here's Stijn on the outside. What a pass by the Maui boy.
The Gauchos definitely picking on the new kid on the block, the fresh player, Colton Cowell, but I think that the Gauchos found out that Colton Cowell can deliver up a perfect pass when necessary.
Well, he's got some work to do here. As you see the numbers for Stijn von Tilburg, 12 serving 17. Anastasiadis tickles the tape. Wilcox from off the net. The roll shot goes off Gassman and down. A little bit uncertain body language on the side.
Exactly. Everything going the Gauchos' way, too. That, again, the high hitting percentage over by 800, and Hawaii dropping a little bit in their offense, and you get the score that you have.
Gauchos by a half dozen. Here's Stijn again. By the double block and in. I mean, it's because of this streak. This is set 3. Hawaii's up 2 sets to none. And people are on the edge of their seats.
I know.
Here's Frederick. 2-hand save. Cowell and a net violation against the Rainbows.
Gassman might have bumped Stijn into the net, I'm not sure. That's how the tangling went on the outside there.
Hawaii seems a little rattled here, a little out of sync.
They'll be trying too hard right now.
And a foot foul against Spencer Frederick.
I ain't seen that coming. He's been very, very close all night long.
Stein's turn. Another great pass here on the Gaucho side. Wilcox is blocked in room. Parapunov getting the gist on that one.
Wilcox facing Hawaii's largest block, 6'9" Parapunov and 6'10" Patrick Gassman. They'll need a lot more of those blocks to get back into this set, though.
They trail by 4. Pass on the money. Outside Wilcox. Just touches it off of Rado and out. Wilcox is busting out the entire arsenal here tonight.
Well, that set wasn't quite where he wanted it, but he made the most of it. Smart play.
How about that pass by Gage? Outside Cowell had to hang up there and reach for that one. And he finds the floor.
It's like a little hook dink. Straight arm, side arm, over the shoulder. Great pass by Gage right there. There's the hook dink. Counts as a kill, just like a Parapunov Terminator.
Got a baseball score from West Murakami Stadium. UC Davis up 4-1 on the Bows in the 8th. Pat Gassman with the jump serve. And Sanders making it look easy.
He is so smart. He's got great vision, sees where the open spots are on the court. No wonder he hits 489 on the year, and tonight they're hitting right around that same number.
The passing for the Gauchos in this third set has been nails.
That's what Rick McLaughlin said before the game. He said, if we pass the ball well, we can hang with the Warriors. If we don't pass the ball well, we could be in trouble.
Right now, it's the streak that's in trouble. Hawaii out of system. Cowell will take a swing from off the net. Layout saved by Wilcox. Cross-court set to Chavers. Blocked back, but he saves it himself. They go back to Chavers. Off the block and out. And the Gauchos up a half dozen. 22-16.
Oh, they can feel it. The bench can feel it. And you see Coach Rick McLaughlin. He can feel it.
And a timeout taken by the Rainbow Warriors. Again, it is not something that has been discussed within the team, at least according to Charlie Wade. But you most certainly hear the noise if you are part of this program, and you wonder if that is somehow creeping into their minds here as they found themselves down in set 3. Let's check out how it works, presented by Central Pacific Bank. C-Mac, what are we looking at?
We're taking a look at Gage Worsley and the great platform that he creates when he passed the ball or when he plays defense. That one there, he passed way off the net. And there you see him low, nice move to the right, kept the ball in front of him, the center of his body. Another good one, center of his body. Doesn't swing his arms too much. Keeps his arms very still. The bottom of his body, very still. That's how it works when you pass like Gage.
All right, let's check in with Ryan. What's up?
Hey, Kanoa, well, a lot of excitement here on the Santa Barbara sideline. Deweese, the setter, actually yelled at his team. He's like, you hear that? That's right. They're quiet, referring to the crowd, saying we got to continue to keep them quiet. The coaching staff right now going over specifically where Hawaii's hitters like to hit. They're making adjustments in the backcourt as well as the blocking to every player on the Hawaii's lineup right now, knowing exactly what their tendencies and where they're going, hoping that Hawaii will continue to hit where they've been hitting all night long. Back over to you guys.
Yeah, the Gauchos feeling it, and you can see it in the body language. Stark contrast to what you see on the Hawaii side of the net. And what it would mean from a morale standpoint for the Gauchos just to take a set and remain in this match. Here's Rado. Hoping that the Bulls aren't done yet. Arapunov now with 16 kills. Hitting 600. But the Bulls need to string some points together.
His 4th service error of the night. And not a typical Rado. Last night he had 4 service aces and I think only 1 error.
And it is Randy Deweese to serve. Hits it long. And it's Colton Cowell now retreating back behind the service line. Took a little something off of it. Back row said Wilcox, 2-hand save. Rado Worsley sets up Stijn tight to the net, and he wins the joust.
They're going to try to pull off the world's greatest comeback. Raleigh scoring so tough to come back from down 5 or 6 late in the set.
Especially the way the Gauchos have been receiving serve here in this third set. They have been amazing.
Yeah.
Again, Boley on the money. Backside, solo blocker up against Chavers, but the dig by Palapunov. Here's Stijn. 3 blockers up. He gets the kill. And a timeout, Santa Barbara. That's 3 straight points for Hawaii.
Well, Hawaii was down this much late in the set early in the year against McKendree. Stein was on the bench at the time, and he was inserted into the game and basically brought the Warriors back to win that one 26-24, I believe. This is not McKendree, though, they're playing. They're playing University of California in Santa Barbara, who is, they got a few more weapons than McKendree did.
Third-ranked team in the country, and the Gauchos, a program that brought back basically the entire roster from a season ago. And last year they took their licks, winning only 11 matches. They finished 5th in the Big West Conference, lost to CSUN in the opening round of the Big West Conference tournament at Long Beach. But that experience, certainly guys like Corey Chavers in terms of the senior leadership, a huge part of their success. But then also, I think the addition of freshman Ryan Wilcox, it has to be said, the Punahou alum. And we have seen it in full force here in this trip back home for him.
13 kills right now, hitting .409, a huge number from outside.
Oh, they're making noise again. Serving 23. Outside Frederick, dug up by Cowell. Worsley shoves Solberg out of the way to set up Stijn. Are you kidding me? And another timeout by the Gauchos.
Smart timeout by Coach McLaughlin. Get his players settled down. Here's a dig from Dalton Cowell. Stijn Van Tilburg, when asked, he'll deliver. 3 blockers up, and he saw the line open and just a little cross-body shot right down the line. And he's such a competitor, like his sister said.
17 kills for SVT, but did you see Joe Worsley just shoved Dalton Solberg out of the way to clear space so he could deliver the nectar to the outside pin. Again, the streak is 74 sets in a row. Check out Joe Worsley, the setter.
There's Stijn down the line, got 3 blockers up, and he goes to the smart shot down the line where he had some room. Warrior bench fired up.
And this crowd fired up. If Hawaii can get one more point here and make it a 1-point set.
Well, we know this. No timeouts left for either team.
Serving 23. Pass tight to the net. Set to Shavers. Puts it down.
Joe Worsley questioning the non-call by the official that time. He thought it might have been a double contact. I thought it was a pretty consistent call with the way that Scott Hope's been calling all night long.
So Aloha ball here in the 3rd set for UCSB to become the first team to take a set off of Hawaii in 2019. Not yet.
lot of work to go.
It remains Aloha ball. Solberg's got to get this in. Easy pass. Outside. Wilcox through the block. Saved by Rado. Worsley outside to Stijn.
That serve is a little bit too easy. Bowley passed it right up on the money. Wilcox got a quality swing. But on the right side there was, I think, Worsley was on the right. He got a piece of it, slowed the ball down, and Hawaii was able to dig it in the back row.
It remains Aloha ball for set 3.
Third time. Another easy serve.
Middle set, off the block, kept alive by Joe. Solberg to SVT. Off the block, right there is Bowley. Gauchos on the attack. Back row, Chambers finds the floor. Point UCSB. And the streak has ended on senior night. The crowd recognizing the significance of an unbelievable run. And hold the phone. Charlie Wade is looking to challenge that last call. He is asking permission from the officials if he can challenge that last call. And now Scott Hogue and Ernie Ho are going to talk because they already called a conclusion to that third set. Remember, they brought the teams back from the locker room last night at the end of set 2 because of a challenge by the UCSB coaching staff. Charlie Wade trying to see if he can do the same here at the end of set 3.
It's pretty much exact same circumstances. Even though the referee calls it was over, I find it hard to believe he won't allow a challenge.
I understand the challenge.
I'm not exactly sure what they will, if granted the opportunity, challenge. But Joe Worsley, the floor captain, talking with Scott Hogue, and it does seem strange if they will allow a challenge with the teams having basically evacuated the floor back to the locker room. And so it looks like they will allow for this replay challenge. The question is, what are they challenging?
You got to challenge it before I end this.
And I think they're going to challenge the back row attacker. That's at least the indication.
On the 3-meter line?
Based on some of the signals. Was there a foot foul on the 3-meter line? So Scott Hogue granting permission for this challenge. The streak hangs in the balance of this review.
So it'll either be 24 all or it'll be 20.
He's not challenging football, he's challenging 10.
It'll be 25-23.
It'll either be 24 all or it'll be set 4. We play on.
Yep.
The streak is Powell.
It was in the middle of the valley, too.
All right, they're trying to find, here's the replay angle. It appears as though they're trying to challenge the back row attacker. So we play through.
Ooh, there might have been a net right there.
And Chavers, no, he was from behind the line.
Yeah, that was way behind the line.
That looked pretty clear.
Adds a little more drama. You love it, these crowd of 10,000 gets to see all that volleyball has to offer, including challenges, replays. Easy call right there. Great shot by Chambers.
And it's a point for the Gauchos. And they take set 3. And so the streak is over at a mind-boggling 74 consecutive set victories. The crowd applauds. The team switch sides. By the way, Hawaii still leads 2-1 here against the third-ranked team in the country. More volleyball in front of a sellout crowd. Back here at the Stan Sheriff Center, where Hawaii has suffered its first set loss since April 21st, 2018 in the Big West Conference Tournament against Long Beach State. They had put together 74 consecutive set victories to start the year. So that is now over. They have crushed the previous NCAA record that was 32. So a lot of layers to sort of peel off of this here, C-Mac. First off, the psychology of it. Is there a silver lining to this? Could it, in fact, potentially be a good thing that the streak talk is now put to bed?
I think it is. I think psychologically it's really good that Hawaii just sort of get that monkey off their back. And they got to look at the perspective in the last set as well. I mean, the Gauchos really played well. They hit 16 kills that made only one error, hit 600. Hawaii hit 476 and still loses. So credit the Gauchos for putting together a great performance in that third set.
Here's another layer as Frederick gets the Gauchos started with the point. Worsley goes middle. Gassman is blocked and roofed. UCSB not showing signs of letting up, and that's the other layer. This is now the first fourth set that Hawaii has played all year. And so you start to wonder, does fatigue, stamina, does that come into question for a team that hasn't had to play this deep into a match yet?
That is true, but you know something? Hawaii is one of the most fit teams in America. Sure. They take pride in their fitness. So I really don't think that fitness will be an issue. It's more, I think, the mental side. You know, can we pull it back together here? Can we stop this machine that is UC Santa Barbara right now? Santa Barbara hitting 600, only one mistake in that third set. That was amazing.
Hawaii almost pulled it together as Rado on the overpass, unable to put it down. Almost came back in that third set. Stijn the dig. Rado centers it, nobody there, so Gage has to send a free ball over. What a dig by Joe Worsley. Rado finds the end line.
Both teams getting a little edgy right now. There's a dig to keep the ball alive. Here's Rado. Again, Rado is doing such a great job with no approach at all. He just does a standing jump and got such great range and reach. And at 6'9", he gets up.
Overpass. Gage at the last moment able to play it. Here's Cowell. Tapped around and out. Well, credit UC Santa Barbara because they lost 5 straight sets to this team here in Honolulu in this building. But in that set 3, they played exceptionally well and held it together under circumstances in front of a sellout crowd where other teams would have buckled. What a save by Gage. Cowell bringing the fire.
How about Gage Worsley? That may have been the best dig we've seen all year in this place. Brian Wilcox put the heat on it. And Gage Worsley there to answer, and Cowell at the end of the play. But look at Gage's emotional reaction. He's a firecracker. I'm telling you, he's a pistol.
7 digs now for Gage Worsley. 4 serving 2, Stijn. Middle set Sanders, dug up by Stijn, diving save by Joe. Rado slaps it across. Gauchos on the attack, Sanders on the slide, into the net, point Hawaii. Timeout Gauchos, early in set 4. Joe Worsley spreading himself across the Terraflex for the save. We get in the game with on-demand highlights of University of Hawaii sporting events. Spectrum subscribers have exclusive access to Spectrum Sports Enhanced, channels 13 and 1013. High definition. The green really pops in HD. 5 serving 2. Stijn into the net. So a good timeout used early there by Rick McLaughlin. Here's another layer to this story, right? We talk about the consecutive sets and that streak ending. Hawaii playing into a fourth set for the first time. They need this match to keep pace with Long Beach State at the top of the Big West standings. One hand set. Gassman blasted off the block and out.
Long Beach State's loss was out of conference. They went to USC. They're still undefeated in conference, and I think it's really important for Hawaii to, if they can, secure that number 1 seed as opposed to number 2. Number 2 is going to have to play Santa Barbara probably in the semis.
Most likely. It could be the difference between playing Santa Barbara or perhaps UC Irvine.
Or C-Center, something like that, yeah.
Correct. Oh, what a serve.
So unlikely. Gassman's had good serving turns both nights. That's not been the case all year long. He's got, like 5 aces on the year, and last 2 nights he's had, I think, 3, or he's had 7 aces on the year. And I think 3 of them have happened in the last 2 nights.
Now, Long Beach State and Hawaii have already clinched the top 2 seeds in the conference tourney, so they'll have the first round bye. As Gassman does it again.
And he's serving against what I think is a really good passer in Hayden Boley. He went right at Boley, but he hit it really short. Boley was waiting for the heater, and it didn't show up.
Back-to-back aces for the Gassman. Went deep that time. May have been an out ball played. Here's Chavers on the outside. Woo!
Big block from the outside. Rado at 6'9", putting up the big stuff. But Hawaii still being outblocked by the Gauchos, 8-7 on the night.
What a difference Hawaii serving well does for this team, right? They had to take some of the mustard off because they were serving a lot of out balls in that third set, and they really paid the price for that.
They really did.
9 serving 3. Another great serve by Gassman. Good pass, Wilcox. Frederick from the back row. Denied access.
Well, now the crowd's starting to get into it. And so Rick McLaughlin's going to say, I do not want this crowd getting into it. I want to call a timeout.
Hawaii up 10-3. Timeout Gauchos. Welcome back. Make sure you stay tuned right after the match for the Heineken postgame show. You can join Scott, Lisa, and Ryan for insight, highlights, and analysis, plus usually a player interview. You don't want to change the channel.
And the seniors' festivities.
That is right. Chavers with the kill. Hawaii getting off to about as swimming a start as they could have asked for here in this fourth set, C-Mac.
Well, they just passed up an opportunity there. An easy pass to the back row, and Stijn stole a dig from Gassman.
But the Bows hitting .429 compared to after that Chavers put down -111 for UC Santa Barbara. Worsley, how about the back set to Rado? Frederick able to keep it alive. Good effort by Deweese, and a free ball for the Rainbow Warriors. Cowell up the ladder. Dug up there by Sanders. Wilcox slaps it across. Worsley outside. Cowell. Again, going high hands. Gauchos on the attack. Back row, it's Wilcox. Saved by Worsley. Bumped up by Solbrig. Rado put a little heat on it. Scrambling effort on both sides. Chavers able to just soft touch it down.
What a smart shot. Chavers saw the defense in deep perimeter. Fans all clapping for the excellence of the rally, the quality of that rally, and smart shot by Corey Chavers.
The Rainbow Warriors, as tested as they have been all year. If you are just joining us, we're in set 4 for the first time here in 2019. For the importance of this match, forget the streak of consecutive set victories. The importance of this match, as you laid out, Chris, it is something that is certainly going to be prevalent here for the Bows moving forward as Rado misses, tried to go line, misses wide.
A rare miss from Rado, only his second all night.
And the Gauchos putting a little something together.
Rado 17 kills and 29 swings. Finally misses his second.
3 straight points for UCSB. Here's Sanders to serve.
I think the fans are getting their money's worth tonight. You know?
10,000 there in about. Cowell up the ladder. Tuck up by Sanders over the net. Cowell again. Block got a good piece. Little joust at the net, and this time it is Deweese just getting a notch higher. And the Gauchos are within 3 after scoring 4 in a row.
I don't think Charlie Wade will let it go one more point. Gauchos getting too much momentum right now. If they get to 8 here, watch for a Hawaii timeout.
Pass by Cowell, Worsley, jump set, back row to Stijn. 2-hand save there by Frederick. The bump set by Wilcox, a pretty good one. Diving save, Gage Worsley. Stijn, the set was off the mark. Advantage Gauchos, Deweese. High balls it to Chavers, tight to the pin, so a chance now for Hawaii. Worsley, backside, Rado. Cross court and wide. Point UC Santa Barbara. They have scored 5 straight, they're within 2. And Charlie Wade will, in fact, use that timeout. The Gauchos showing some grit. They could have packed it in down 2-0. They could have packed it in.
Down 10-3?
Down 10-3.
They really are a gritty team. You know, they hustle, they scrap. They're well coached. And, you know, here's the other thing. Rick McLaughlin told me that one of the turning points of their season was when they played Long Beach State, who seemed to be invincible. And when the Gauchos stayed with, in a 5-gamer, stayed with Long Beach, and also stayed with them in the 3-1 match up at Santa Barbara, they felt then that they could play with anybody in the country. And ever since then, they've played with a lot of confidence. That's how they're playing right now, especially in this 10-3 comeback that pulls it to 10-8.
All of a sudden, Hawaii is starting to spray it around a little bit offensively. They're hitting 0.59 compared to 0.71 on the Gauchos side. So
not a whole lot of offense going on here in the 4th set.
Bit of a battle of offensive attrition here in frame number 4. Patapunov with 17 kills, hitting .438. Stijn von Tilburg, 18 put-downs, hitting .517. So Charlie Wade is getting what he needs from his pin hitters.
Yeah, Colton Cowell has come in and played well, too. He's got 4 kills and 10 tries. He's hitting .400. But the last few swings, the Gauchos have had his number. Had good touches at the net of the block and good digs in the back row.
And again, a little extra bounce in the step of the UCSB Gauchos. Coming out of that huddle. 8 serving 10. It's been a run here by Sanders behind the line. Worsley goes middle to Solbrig. Dug up by Sanders. Joust at the net. Little ping pong action. Now Worsley. Backside. Patapunov. That will not be returned.
Patapunov ends the drought and the Gaucho rally.
And it will be Rado retreating back to serve.
Another ballet-like athletic set from Joe Worsley. He's really been fun to watch that way, hasn't he?
It really is. I mean, his ability to go against the grain.
Yeah.
Pretty mesmerizing. 11 serving 8. Patapunov didn't have his best set serving in the 3rd, but he's off to a pretty good start here in the 4th.
Making up for those 4 errors, to be sure. His first ace of the night, had 4 last night.
Now has 36 on the year. Tops on the team. In fact, entered the week 7th nationally in aces per set. Another good one. Shavers from off the net. Dug up there by Stijn. Backside, here's Rado. Off the block and down. Net violation, Gauchos. And the Bulls with some breathing room once again.
We'll see if Rick McLaughlin calls his second timeout, or he's going to wait for the 15-point, first to 15 media timeout. I think he's going to wait, it looks like.
Actually, I don't believe Santa Barbara has a timeout remaining.
Oh, you're right. He called 2.
That one goes off of Stijn and out. Give the kill to Brandon Hopper.
I thought they'd only called 1, but you're right. Scoreboard says they have none left.
Meanwhile, Hawaii with 1 timeout left in its pocket. It is 9 serving 13, and Randy Deweese did not play high school volleyball, played only club volleyball growing up.
Oh, what a serve.
That was 63 miles an hour. Solbrig finds the floor, though, for Hawaii. Great pass there by Colton. Into the net it goes. Tonight been the antithesis, really, of Hawaii's effort behind the service line as compared to last night, where they had 9 aces and 8 errors. Tonight they have 5 aces and 13 service errors. I guess the good news is Santa Barbara now with 16 service errors, and Hawaii is first to 15. So both teams will take a breather. 15-10 Hawaii here in set number 4. The Rainbow Warriors after this will head to the Pyramid. It'll be 1 versus 2 in the country. The Rainbow Warriors and Long Beach State in a highly anticipated pair of matches. We will have night 2, Saturday night, for you here on Spectrum Sports. So we are very much looking forward to that, because that's going to be an absolute showdown on both fronts. But it could just be a prelude to what could end up being a meeting between those two teams, actually a series between those two teams of 4 meetings. I mean, the possibility is there that Hawaii and Long Beach could meet up 4 times, ultimately to try to decide the national title. Let's check in with Ryan.
Hey, thanks, Kunal. Well, on the UCSB sideline, their coaching staff talking primarily to their off blockers on the right side when Rado Parapunov is hitting. They're saying he is hitting so sharp of a cross-court angle that their off blockers are having to play defense, not their right back, their off blockers. That's how straight down Parapunov is hitting. For the Hawaii sideline, Gage Worsley taking control of the backcourt, talking to his passers. Colton Kawa primarily talking to him about what to expect on each and every serve. During that last time out, he went over with the passers about what they specifically have to do moving into the latter parts of this 4th set. Back over to you.
Thanks a lot, Ryan.
Ryan's the one who in the pregame show also said, I think that Hawaii would be okay if they lost the set. It might be just the thing they needed to get the monkey off their back.
It did appear as though when they got down in that 3rd set, there was a little tightness there. And so maybe that sort of breaks some of those proverbial chains, right? 15 serving 10. Back row set, Chavers. Dug up by Solberg. Powell with the second touch. Rado has to try to touch it over from behind the line. He does. Here's Chavers again from behind the 3-meter. Powell sets up Stijn. 3 blockers up. Cross court and in.
Wow, what an angle. Gauchos were ready with their block. It was well formed. It was tight. Because the ball set so high. And there were 6 hands across. How does he get around all 6 hands? Only Stijn knows.
19 put downs for SVT. And Solberg goes along with it. Stijn, Von Tilburg. Another vintage performance
You know, one of the things, that's I think has been an Achilles heel for Hawaii tonight. They like to serve at 90% serves in. Tonight they're serving right around 85. Not a good number for them.
Gassman in the middle is dug up. With a patty cake battle at the net. Frederick from behind the line was too soft with it. And a freebie for the Bows. Serving 11. The roll shot there by Joe Worsley. One hand set to Sanders. Diving save, Gage. High ball to Stijn. Off the block and out. 20 kills for the Flying Dutchman.
How about the dig by Gage Worsley? Didn't care what happens to his body. He just gives it out, gets down low, pops it up. Stijn does the rest. Pretty good set from Brother Joe, too.
Not too shabby. 20 kill performance for SVT. In Dutch, they would say prachtig, which means magnificent. He has been that his entire career. Great up by Cowell. Stijn pounds it off the block.
Well, you know what? You called it early on. You said, I think it's going to be Stein's night. Rado had a big night last night. Your prognostication is coming true. Stein's having quite the night. 19 kills.
This is the largest lead for Hawaii in this fourth set. Frederick, set was tight to the net, and that will be a point for Hawaii. That one hit into the pin. UCSB is going to challenge that. They're going to say that it went off the block before it hit the pin. And the players in mass, Rick McLaughlin, some of the assistant coaches, I mean, they were all up in arms about that one. In the grill of Ernie Holm, mind you.
Yeah, he could have given a yellow card very easily for what they call over-protestation.
So they reversed the call. They did not actually challenge the call. It was reversed. That ultimately was decided to be an off the block into the pin.
Exactly.
Point for UCSB. Perfect pass by Cowell. Here's Rado. Blocked and Roof. DeWeese all over that one.
Wow, what a block by DeWeese. He was all by himself out there, and he knew it, so he showed that he was taking line, then all of a sudden he dropped inside with his left hand there. Crams it right down on Hawaii's side. Great block.
13 serving 19. What do the Gauchos have left? You could almost credit the crowd for that one.
I think the crowd will also credit themselves. They like to feel like they have an influence, don't you think?
Hey, they did their part tonight, just showing up in mass.
Exactly.
And how about most of them, probably about 95% of them getting the whiteout memo. Sanders rattled around. Oh, Rado and Joe sort of came into each other there.
Once again, Gage Worsley picking one up from about 2 inches from the surface of the floor, keeping the ball alive.
You've seen that a couple of times. Players for Hawaii bumping into each other in the midst of battle. Rado pounds it off the block, kept alive by Joe Worsley. Back set Gage to Cowell. Rado missed a gimme. Credit Boley with the up on the Gaucho side of the net. And Santa Barbara within 5.
Makes you wonder. Oh, nice out. Great out by Boley. He's a great defender. I love watching him play. Good passer. Just great all-around volleyball player. Nice leader for this team. One of their co-captains. Redshirt senior. Been there 5 years.
Back row, it's Stijn. They have the blockers fooled.
Good shot, set selection that time by Joe Worsley. He's been going back to Rado so much. And the easy set would have been out to the left, so he had basically the middle of the court open, so he goes to Stijn coming out of the back row.
22 kills for Stijn.
Nice pass by Bowley.
But the roof was up.
I think that was a basically King Kong block by Dalton. I want to say he did that with one hand, reached out into the cutback zone. Watch Solberg in the middle, reached out with that right hand right there. A one-hander, that was pretty amazing block.
It's off to the hand. 22 serving 15.
Another good pass by Bowley.
And that time, it's Sanders plugging it through the block. So, tall hill decline here for the Gauchos. At least gives us an opportunity, C-Mac, before we potentially draw towards the end of this fourth set. Gives us a chance to sort of ask you to characterize your thoughts of this senior class for Hawaii. These four individuals. As Hawaii has a little bit of an issue on the serve. Middle set, that's Hopper, dug up by Gage. Joe to Potapunov, gets it down.
I think the first thing that comes to mind, Kanoa, in describing the seniors is leadership. They set the tone, especially since they didn't get in the NCAA last year, and Irvine did. I think they were the ones who set the tone, saying, okay, tomorrow morning we're going to weight room and we're going to work out. We're going to get stronger, we're going to jump higher, and just be more fit. We're going to play more volleyball over the summer. And they're the ones who really set the tone, set the culture for how things are done around the UH locker room.
Hopper, that was a blazer. Yeah, Charlie Wade saying he wants guys who are 12 months a year-round weight room guys. And he says he has that with this team, which is why he has said, hey, look, we haven't played a fourth set. Tonight they did, of course. He's not worried about that. At this time of year, he doesn't feel like fatigue is necessarily a factor. But that is certainly a tone and an example set by your seniors, is it not?
Yeah.
Powell is blocked. Frederick was up there with Hopper.
Not only that, if you look at the last 15 NCAA champions randomly, you're going to see the guys that won were composed of a senior class of at least 3 or 4 that led the way. Rarely do you see an all-underclassmen squad win the national championship. Seniors make a big difference.
Deweese with the serve, sends it long. And they rise. A sellout crowd here at the Stijn Sheriff Center. Aloha ball for the match.
Not many people have left either. You notice that? Out of the 10,000?
Powell with the serve. Middle set, Hopper.
That's symbolic of how the Gauchos have played tonight. Never giving up at any point, never giving up in a rally. Great swing by Brandon Hopper that time.
And they
6'6" junior from Sacramento.
And they get this experience here in this building. They'll be back here in a couple of weeks, and rest assured, they'll be a force to be reckoned with in that Big West tournament.
Absolutely. Rick McLaughlin said we can't wait to come back in a couple of weeks. I feel like this has trained us for the Big West tournament, basically.
Well, hopefully the crowd will be as big as this. It won't be bigger than this. That's an out ball. And Hawaii takes it on senior night. On a night where the consecutive set victory streak ends at 74, the consecutive matches won streak continues at 25.
Credit the Gauchos for pulling out that third set. They deserve that. It wasn't like Hawaii gave it to them. They really earned it. They They played so well. They hit 600 in that set, only had one error. Kudos to them and the coaching staff and the players for really making a battle of it here on night number 2.
Hawaii showing that it is human after all. But how wondrous a run was it? 74 straight sets. A record that is so far out there, it is hard to fathom and hard to imagine when any team will have the opportunity to break it again.
Almost like Joe DiMaggio's 56 game.
That's right. You name them. Joe DiMaggio, Cal Ripken, UConn women's basketball, UCLA men's basketball, you name it. It is one of the glorious streaks in the history of collegiate volleyball, and it was put in by this Rainbow Warrior volleyball program.
Notice how gracious and sportsmanlike Rick McLaughlin was with every single player. Shook their hands and said something to each player.
So Hawaii improves to 25-0. They're now 8-0 in the Big West Conference, keeping pace with Long Beach State, and it sets up a couple of blockbuster matchups at the Pyramid next week. Again, we will have night 2 Saturday right here on Spectrum Sports. A battle of 1 versus 2 in the country to close the Big West Conference.
Feels so lucky we get to go there too. It's going to be amazing.
We're looking forward to it. Let's send it over to Scott.
All right, Coach, 25-0, 8-0 in the Big West, but of course, everybody will want to talk about the streak. In a way, are you kind of...
1-0.
Exactly.
1-0, baby. We got a new streak going, 1-0, and you'll quit asking me about it now.
Exactly. I was going to say, in a way, is it kind of good that it's over with?
Well, look, we never talked about it from the start, and it just, that's a really good team, and they hit like 600. We hit 470 or something in that set. They played better than us, clearly. They played at a really high level, and that's what we said. Somebody going to beat us. They're going to play at a really high level, and they did. Hats off to them. That's a really good team.
And this is what you want. You're heading down the home stretch. If you're going to get the ultimate prize, you're going to play teams as the quality of a UCSB or better.
For sure. And again, just the whole thing with the set, like, we lose them in practice. It's not like the first time it's happened. That's a quality team. You know what I'm saying? You never go into this thinking you're just going to beat everybody 3-0. We had to gut it out. We had to do some well. We came out. You got to like how our team responded to start that 4th set. Absolutely stepped up and came ready to play.
I thought your team played very well tonight. It was good to see Stijn respond after last night.
Yeah, and this is a tough week, man. I mean, these guys got family in, and there's a lot of stuff. The media has been, a lot. We really appreciate, all the people coming out and all the attention this team's gotten. But it does take a toll. I mean, there's still guys, they still got to go to school every day, and we still practice every day, and they got to take care of their bodies. So it's a lot going on, and glad to get out of here with a W tonight.
And now you can relax and enjoy the senior ceremony. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, you going to cry?
I always cry.
All right, I might too.
All right, guys. Are you going to cry, Kanoa?
Of course. We're all a bunch of sensitive studs over here, guys. All right, let's take a look at the Bank of Hawaii players of the match. Ryan Wilcox, 13 kills, hitting 321. Not too bad for the Punahou kid. The former Buff and Blue standout stood out for the Gauchos here this weekend. And for Hawaii, the 4 seniors, Joe Worsley, Brett Rosenmeyer, Stijn von Tilburg, and Dalton Solbrig. C-Mac, I'll give you the last word here.
Well, special night with 10,000 people here. I think they got their money's worth. And the way that the seniors all played well, that was inspiring. And you certainly got to love the way Hawaii got pushed in that 3rd set. And Santa Barbara played so well in set number 3, hitting 600 and deserved that win. And good for Hawaii to get pushed, and fun to see Hawaii have to fight back after being down like 7 in that 3rd set, and kind of even made it a little bit of a game. And that was fun to watch. And then finally in the 4th set, fun to see them close it out against a very, very good Santa Barbara team.
It's not done yet for the fans that came out for senior night. There will be the Big West Conference Tournament in 2 weeks, and an opportunity to see this team and support this incredible team once again here at the Stan Sheriff Center. But C-Mac and I, next time we see you, we'll be in Long Beach. Probably checking out a couple of wine tastings with the sommelier over here. Don't forget about the Heineken postgame show and, of course, senior night festivities right after this. But for now, for Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kanoa Leahy. Until next time, everybody, we bid you aloha from a packed Stan Sheriff Center.
From Spectrum Sports, it's the Heineken Post-Game Show.
And welcome back to the sold-out Stijn Sheriff Center, where the match is pal. Hawaii wins in 4, 25-0, 8-0 in Big West Conference play. But it's time now to get this party started. Let's throw it over to the public address announcer, Ben Kia Aina.
Here to present our seniors with their plaques, representing the University of Hawaii Federal Credit Union, please welcome Vice President of Member Services, Brian Anderson. Along with Vice President of Information Technology, Everett Himeda. And University of Hawaii Associate Athletics Director and Senior Women Administrator, Lois Manning. Volleyball fans, at this time would like to recognize the class of 2019, the winningest senior class in program history with 87 wins and counting. Our first senior came from the Atlantic coast to the middle of the Pacific. He has appeared in 96 career matches with 43 starts at outside hitter. His career totals include 394 kills, 46 aces, 276 digs, and 78 blocks. A primary starter during both his sophomore and junior seasons, he is a two-time academic all-conference performer. He represented UH along with teammate Colton Cowell at the USAV Collegiate Beach Championships the past 2 years and last summer. The duo qualified for the World University Championships. He will graduate this May as a double major in marketing and entrepreneurship. He lists his favorite memory as competing in the 2017 NCAA Championship in Columbus, Ohio. Volleyball fans, show your aloha for the 6'6" outside hitter from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Number 3, Brett Rosenmeyer.
And Brett Rosenmeyer, a player who's meant a lot to this program, came in as a freshman and it was an immediate impact player. He saw significant playing time in his sophomore season, that campaign where Hawaii made it to the NCAA Championship. You see him being greeted by his roommate, James Anastasiadis. A lot of family members making his way, but a long way for this Virginia Beach native and a true team player as his role has evolved over his career.
Definitely a team player. His role evolving through the years, and just so gracious. He's always been so supportive of all of his teammates. And he talks about the friendships that he's created here, and he's always had just such a great outlook. Tonight,
there you see his parents and his brother as well, making their way all the way from Virginia.
His mom, Pam, and his dad, Tom. Not sure if you're going to be able to see him for much longer here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You got to just imagine coming as far as they have and seeing this, a complete sellout, the first sellout since 1997. And their son being a huge part of this program that truly is not even over, close to being over yet.
Props. Push the back down. Thank you. Thank you.
There he goes.
And we may see more Brett on the beach, as we heard earlier. Colton Cowell, his beach partner. They will expect again to be top contenders for the Beach League.
Can you turn around?
Our second senior turned down Ivy League schools to play Division I volleyball for the University of Hawaii. He has started 56 matches at middle blocker during his 4-year career, and this season he's helped make the Warriors slide famous. His hitting percentage of .563 ranks among the nation's leaders. He has career totals of 293 kills, 20 aces, and 185 blocks. He will graduate this May with a degree in marine biology. He lists his favorite memory as being part of the B team that took a set off Long Beach State in 2016. Volleyball fans, put your hands together for the 6'6" middle blocker from Lindenhurst, Illinois, number 11, Dalton Solberg.
Dalton Solberg, a player that's known for his emotions and his celebrations, really letting it go there, coming out of the tunnel with his teammates. And Solberg, you know, just a smart player in the classroom. He could have gone to really any top Ivy League school in the country, decided to come out here to pursue his passion of marine biology, and really has evolved as a middle blocker. Had a significant role in that in his sophomore campaign, coming in for an injured Hendrik Mole. Really did a nice job of filling in, and since that moment in his career has been a steady presence in the middle, fast footwork, and just an all-around great player.
And here we see his family, his mom, Debbie, and his dad, Todd, and his two brothers. Super proud. This young man has worked so hard. He appeared in only 6 matches as a freshman. As a sophomore, he was in 19 matches, and then from his junior year forward, he has been soaring. Just a complete package. His grandmother.
And his family member were actually, they're going back home and then coming back out for the Big West Conference Championship. Again, this is their first time seeing their son play here at the Stijn Sheriff Center, and they will be back in a few weeks.
Our third senior was born to be a setter and dreamed of playing volleyball for the Rainbow Warriors. When other schools recruited him as a libero, he came to Manoa to set, and that he has. A 3-year starter, he has accumulated 2,418 career assists, which ranks 10th in program history. He has 47 career aces, 413 digs, and 99 blocks. This season, because of him, the Warriors are on pace to break 3 NCAA records, including hitting percentage, kills per set, and assists per set. A second-team All-American last season, he currently leads the country in assists average. He will graduate this May with a degree in psychology and minor in American studies. He lists playing short court with associate coach Milan Zarkovic and last summer's Japan trip as his favorite memories. Volleyball fans, let's hear it for the 6'1" setter from Moraga, California. Number 1, Joe Worsley.
And what can you say about a player like Joel Worsley? All heart, a player who had the dream of being a setter and did not give up on that dream. And Hawaii gave him that opportunity to be the setter, and he has flourished. If you remember his freshman season, he actually beat out Jennings Franciscovich and ended the season as a starting setter. And really, he has become such a pivotal part of this team, and not only on the court, but off the court as well, being the glue that keeps this team together.
Well, he leads by example, and he's so humble. He's taken everybody into his under his wing. He shared his summer with Rado, brought him home to California, and they trained all summer long. And he's been big on just working forward and just being the best that he and his team can possibly be.
Love you, Oma. Thank you so much.
Our fourth and final senior will finish his career as one of the program's best players of all time. He is a 2-time AVCA first-team All-American, 2-time first-team All-Conference selection, and 2-time academic All-Conference honoree, and will likely earn all 3 honors again this season. He ranks 8th in school history with 1,299 kills and has started 110 matches over his career at both opposite and outside hitter. He also has 62 career aces, 420 digs, and 204 blocks with a .343 hitting percentage. He will graduate this May with a degree in economics and a minor in political science. He lists the team's Big Island trip in 2016 as his favorite memory as a Rainbow Warrior. Volleyball fans, show your aloha for the 6'9" outside hitter from Amsterdam, Netherlands. Number 4, the Flying Dutchman, Stijn van Tilburg.
And Stijn van Tilburg will go down as one of the best, most versatile outside hitters in Hawaii volleyball history. A player that began on the opposite and flourished on the opposite and then on the left side as well. He is sort of the glue out there, Mr. Consistency, night in and night out. And he's only gotten better throughout his career. His passing has vastly improved, and he has meant a lot to this team. As you see, being greeted by his mom, Brigitte. They do not miss a match, no matter how far they are, all the way on the other side of the globe. They make sure and they make it a point that they watch every game.
Well, you've got to absolutely love it. They've traveled across the world, basically, to get here to watch this. And how exciting is it for them to see him mature and grow with this program as well.
And a lot of the fans still here standing at the Stijn Sheriff Center. We also have a lot of alumni that have made their way to the court, a lot of former players sharing in this very special moment. You know, Lisa, we were talking about at the top of the broadcast, we've been to a few senior nights across the country. You recently came back from one at UCLA for your own son. But this is just a unique experience that is unlike anywhere else in the country. Hawaii actually has a few recruits here in the house to showcase just how special this moment is.
And trust me, those recruits are in complete awe right now. An interesting fact about this senior class is that all of these players were actually born in the year 1997, the last time the Stijn Sheriff had a full sold-out crowd.
I think the odd thing also is the fact that it's senior night, but they're going to be back here in 2 weeks. They're going to be playing here at the Stijn Sheriff Center. So most senior nights means your season's PAL at home, but not the case for these guys.
It's kind of nice to do this early and a little bit get it out of the way, have the celebration, and then continue on.
You see Tui Tuileta greeting Stijn van Tilburg. Tui and Stijn very close. But again, one of the many players that have made their way here to the Stijn Sheriff Center.
Another really interesting thing is that Patrick Gassman came in with this class, and so did Colton Cowell. They both came in.
And James Anastasiadis, yeah.
That's right. And Brandon Rattray. Can you recognize them?
And these four players have really helped to build the program to where it is today. I mean, right now here at the Stijn Sheriff Center, it's a very special moment. You can just feel the aloha that is being spread from the crowd to the players. And this team has made it a point to share just how appreciative they are of these fans all over social media on their handles. They continue to express their gratitude. They love playing for the school. They love playing for the state of Hawaii, and they really embrace their roles in the community. And the coaching staff has done a fantastic job of helping them realize what they are as role models. A lot of these guys are coaches in the club circuit here, helping to pass the love of volleyball on to the next generation. But this, again, is a very special moment where you really can just feel the love for these players and how these four men have helped to create a memorable season for this Hawaii volleyball team.
And keep in mind, you go to college to get a degree. Mainly, you go there to play sports, but you want to get your degree. All four of these guys on track to graduate in May and get their degrees, which is like a double thing for them. Playing outstanding volleyball, but they're going to come away with that college education as well.
That's right. It's just transitioning onto the court. You can see it.
I'm leaving on. Where's the rest of the team? Let's go.
So you can barely make out the four seniors. If they didn't have numbers on, you might have to guess who they are.
And I think we're getting ready for a special number here.
Oh, okay. I think the female fans really enjoyed that, didn't they?
Yes,
Lisa?
definitely. I had a little extra laundry to do.
Well, that's terrific. Just having a lot of fun, these guys. And, you know, one thing you always hear about teams being teams, but this team really, they all seem to get along. They all have that common goal, which is in a couple of weeks to put a banner up in this arena.
Absolutely, and they've talked about that all season long. They've talked about everything from being roommates and traveling together and just the friendships. And again, to have 4 of them graduating, but 7 of them coming in the same as freshmen, that's a long time. You actually grow up together and go through a lot.
All righty, we're going to take a break, but when we come back, we'll have the always very emotional and fun senior video.
Welcome back to the Heineken Post-Game Show.
And back inside the Stijn Sheriff Center, it's time now to hear from the 4 seniors and check out some of the highlights from this outstanding group.
Just looking back on the 4 years, it's the best decision I've ever made. I mean, I love Hawaii, and just the amount of aloha and the amount of just like family that we have here, and, like just from the very first year that I've been here.
It's been so amazing. It's been so much fun. Truly blessed, obviously, that I've been playing for 4 years. Coming in such a good environment right away with Siki and Colby as our leaders.
This flew by, and we're told that every single year, the freshman class, the coaches, the seniors, always like, you gotta cherish these next 4 years because it's gonna fly by. And really, the first 2 years, you don't really notice it until you really get into your 3rd year and you're like, dang, I have 1 more year at this. And it's really such a special place that it's really hard to put into words of how blessed I know myself and my family we feel for this opportunity.
Being surrounded by the guys on the team, they become my best friends. They become like brothers to me. You know, everything that the island has given me has been incredible. To see a place where volleyball is played at such a high level with such amazing fans. Coming from the Midwest, where men's volleyball is still, even today, not that popular, it's been an amazing experience, and yeah, I wouldn't have traded this for anything.
Coming in since freshman year, we've all been together. Me, Joe, Dalton, Colton, Brett. We've been really close, and we've been practicing with each other for 4 years, which is truly something special about America, that you can have this pretty much the same group of guys for 4 years together, and it grows a really big bond. You go through the tough times together, ups and downs, and then also just living in Hawaii. Like you said, I can't stress enough how amazing the crowd has been and how loud it's been on some kind of days, and just being out after on your off days to go to the beach on Sundays. So I'm really gonna miss that.
We just get so much love out here, and it's just incredible. So every time we step out on the court, we know we're playing for all of those people, and we know people are watching on TV too, and everyone is just supporting us, and we're so grateful for it because it's just the most incredible place. This is the best place to play volleyball in the whole entire world.
I think it's really tough for anybody to kind of really know the relationship that my brother and I have. People see on the court, the fans do, or even the guys that we play with, they just know these past 3 years. And I've started literally every single year pretty much I've played on the same team as him since we were 7 and 6. And so the relationship that we bring, you know, Milan, when my brother there first signed, Milan was like, you know, this is gonna be a really special thing because he knows that I think he's coached siblings before, and he knows that just a different connection it brings to the team and a different kind of chemistry that it brings to the team.
Every year going into the summer, I had something to improve on. Coach always talked about being more efficient, and that's something I worked on every year. Obviously, I made a switch also to from opposite to outside, which had me refocus the whole time and pretty much kind of restart as a freshman again in that position. So just work hard every summer and try to help this team win as much as possible.
Hawaii is truly a special place, and got a lot of family here now. I mean, that I didn't have before I got here.
Putting that jersey on, playing in front of the crowd, in front of the stand, There's no words that can describe that, no feeling no words to describe that feeling.
This is my home now. I've lived here for 4 years, so leaving here is going to be like leaving home again. It's going to be sad, but I'm very glad for everything that Hawaii's given me over the past 4 years.
Highlights night 2, Hawaii UCSB. We start off with Rado Parapunov, who continues to excel from the opposite position. 20 kills on the night for Rocket Rado, who hit .350. On the other side of the net, the freshman out of Punahou, Ryan Wilcox. He led the way for the Gauchos with 13 big kills on a .321 hitting percentage. Defensively, Gage Worsley. He was everywhere, diving, sacrificing his body as he comes away with a match-high 11 digs. Gage would not let his teammates down. And then, of course, the senior, Stijn van Tilburg. 22 kills for SVP, hit .576. He threw in an 8. He even added a block as Stijn goes down the line for that kill. And Hawaii wins it in 4 to improve to 25-0 on the year.
Welcome back to the Heineken Post-Game Show.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. It is a Heineken Post-Game Show. Scott, Lisa, and Ryan. Post-Game Show a little longer than usual, or later than usual, of course, because of the senior ceremony and the fact that Hawaii dropped a set finally this year. And you could tell by Coach Charlie Wade's response that, in a way, they're glad to just get that out of the way.
Yeah, and I said at the top of the broadcast that I think that this was going to help this team. They no longer have to carry the weight of this. This record has been shattered again. Previously at 33, Hawaii at 74. They've solidified this record for some time now, and really it was more a talking point for the media and for the fans. Remind you, Hawaii's still undefeated. They're still the #1 ranked team in the country. And now they can know what it's like to be tested and have to battle back. I mean, we saw in that third set, Hawaii let up a little. I mean, the serves were getting a little easier. They were playing it a little bit safe. It was a different type of Hawaii team. And then in game 4, they just came out guns blazing. So I think they're going to learn from this experience.
I agree, and I can't agree with you more. Again, Hawaii winning tonight, but the challenge was real, and I think it's exactly what this team needed. They made some numerous errors, some hitting errors. They were just less efficient And you got to give credit to the Gauchos because they played spectacular defense, and they really put Hawaii on their heels and challenged them tonight. And again, I think it will help them in the long run.
Keep in mind, they're playing the best team they've played all season, in number 3 UCSB, a team that lost twice to Long Beach State, but one night in 5, the other in 4. Hawaii sweeps them and then wins in 4 tonight. All right, let's take a look at the standings now, brought to you by Levitt, Yamani, and Solar. It's a 2-horse race down to Hawaii and Long Beach State. Between them, 1 loss and 48 victories. And then you see UCSB. I don't know if Hawaii wants to play them in the semifinals of the Big West Conference Tournament. Of course, all 6 teams will advance to that. So let's take a look now at the upcoming schedule for Hawaii. And there it is, on the road next Friday and Saturday at the Pyramid against the defending national champions, whose only loss last year came here to Hawaii. Friday's match on ESPN3, so you can check that out via the app. And then Saturday, Spectrum Sports will be at the Pyramid. Chris and Kanoa will be calling the action, and Ryan will be there as well. Then we come back home for the Big West Conference. So it doesn't get any easier. It only gets harder from here on out, which is a good thing.
It's a great thing. I mean, they get to celebrate senior night here tonight, and then they go into the bigger of their season, if you will. I think this is the best part of their season. They've worked so hard. They've established all these great records and numbers and everything else. But this team wants to continue moving forward.
Yeah, and I think you got to think for Hawaii's sake. I mean, just looking at the numbers and looking into the Big West Tournament, Hawaii needs to win at least 1 match at Long Beach to continue to stay in first place. If they split, they will be the number 1 seed and will likely play Irvine, which would mean that Long Beach would have to play the Gauchos in that semifinal, bearing that everything stays true. I mean, there could be mix-ups. That's why they play the game in the semifinals. Who knows? But I think what Hawaii really wants to do is solidify 1 victory and then, of course, potentially get another. But it's going to be a big test. I know a lot of Hawaii fans right now in the California area are trying to get their tickets to that Long Beach State. It's going to be the who's who of volleyball will be there. It should be an exciting match.
It should be a ton of fun. And then back here for the Big West Tournament, all the matches, even the ones not involving Hawaii, right here on Spectrum Sports.
It's great coverage, and Hawaii has the advantage, again, of playing at home in the Stan Sheriff. And tonight was a spectacular crowd, sold out, everybody in white. I mean, I can't imagine just the energy alone, but being a player on the court, celebrating senior night.
You know, and it was a great culmination, I think, of the season as a whole. We've been saying it from the very first game that this is a special team. We were trying to tell people you have to come out here and watch this team, and to have it sold out here tonight, I think really speaks volumes. And this is not a team that's only representing Manoa or this institution. Everyone from throughout the state is watching on all the neighbor islands as well. You know, I have to just quickly say this. I want to give a quick shout out. My condolences go out to the Osorio Ohana, Elroy Osorio, Papa'o, who has been a staple in the volleyball community in the state, especially in Hilo, passed away earlier this week. And he's mentored and brought up hundreds of athletes, many of whom have played on this floor. So just wanted to give my condolences to the Osorio Ohana during this time.
Yeah, we all send our condolences as well. And guys, well, that'll wrap it up for us for right now, I guess. What an outstanding night. Thousands still remaining here in the Sheriff Center getting their favorite players' autographs. Special thanks for outstanding Spectrum Sports crew. For Ryan, for Lisa, I'm Scott. Until next time, we bid you aloha and a good evening from the Stan Sheriff Center. There you see it next Saturday, 4 o'clock. Aloha from Manoa.